Alrighty. Here we go. Hello, everybody. We're gonna do a Q&A session with a couple of friends of mine. We've been planning this for a little while, and we just wanted to have a group chat thing going on because we see that a lot of people do that on Twitch, and it looked really interesting. So we figured we could do the same thing. Without further ado, let me just bring you to the rest of the group. I will introduce each other over there. So come along with me, shall we?
We'll just turn your camera off. We're okay.
Yeah, no, I was more thinking about the multi-Twitch, having that open at the same time.
Hello.
Oh, for your computer?
Yeah.
Who said hello just then?
That was me. I just did my introduction, so
Oh.
I'm back. we already said like hello 4 times to each other already, but just, formalities.
Are we on your channel?
You are.
All right.
Okay, let me do.
I wasn't ready. Hang on, my makeup.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Is anybody marked as mature, or is everybody marked as mature?
I am.
I'm
Yes.
mature. I'm always mature.
Okay.
I'm not mature, but I am marked as such.
I know too.
Yeah.
I did it on purpose.
All right.
I'm just trying to fix.
Alright, let's go.
Sorry, I can't be on your streams. There.
Oh,
Oh shit! Shit!
I'm not marked as mature. Shit.
Shit.
Oh, there. There. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
My bitrate does not like this. It's multiple cams on one screen. Oof. Sending you down, boy.
It's somewhere it's really funny. Like whenever people are doing their introductions and,
Yeah.
and they're muted, there's all this big hand waving and all that. It's like
Yeah.
you know to do their introduction.
All right, we're on.
Hello.
Awesome. Hello.
We were just talking about the fact that whenever you do your introduction, it's so fun to see the other person just waving their hands around and doing their introduction without any sound.
I'm actually gonna be back.
Oh wait,
Okay, man.
now they can hear you. They couldn't hear you for a
Oh
second.
my.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
So they got the same
that's
thing
good.
back.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Oh,
Hello.
So Greek had a lot of questions prepared.
Oh, did I?
I don't know.
Oh no. I should probably turn the thing on. Well, let me mute myself for just a second. Say hi to Q. Okay, that's all I'm doing for an intro. Okay.
Hello, welcome.
Nobody will be here until like 20 minutes later.
I do like that like automatic feature where you could just get a message out to a couple of channels and all that, but it's annoying that it lags anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes. You never know how long it's going to take.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I didn't spam everybody's channel like I usually do.
Well, they probably already have that. So.
Right. You're right. Okay. So should we give it a couple minutes before we have like some viewers and then do some introductions?
Sure.
Yeah, can do.
Okay. So for now, this is just our warm-up phase. I'm gonna drink
Yeah,
water.
warm-up.
Everybody can listen to me.
La
Everybody
la
listen to
la
me
la
drink
la
water.
la la.
This is my hot water bottle, so it's gonna be.
Oh, that is so
warming up my
cute.
fingers.
But it's
Right?
so out of season.
I know it's so out of season.
How's everybody's day gone so far?
I mean, ladies first.
My day's gone great. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, my day's going pretty well. Busy day, but good day. I'm happy to see your beautiful faces.
I had a great day. I already streamed once today.
You sure did. It was a good stream. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And the next will be better because I fixed my bit rates. So.
Yay, bit rates.
Yay!
Yeah, that's the thing I'm struggling right now. It's a bit rate.
I'll have to say your cam on my end looks very smooth. Like, as smooth as your wonderful haircut.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it
The
does.
stream is going right.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure on your. Well, I guess I could
Then
look at
it's
your stream. here.
Devil's Queen that has a problem with internet because everyone in here seems to have like a problem with it.
I turned my bit rate down to 750 right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do the same thing because like OBS is taking a lot of my CPU.
Yeah, fair.
Mine's at 4K always. Just always 4K.
Thanks for flexing on us.
4K bit rate.
Oh, apparently my music is not hearable anymore.
You know what I just realized? I can't look at my Discord to look at the messages.
I was
The
thinking the
questions.
same thing because I'm also like I literally have like
Because I have my
screen
phone.
capture on it.
Yeah.
But I have it on my phone.
I was gonna say there's a solution for just using telephone, which is annoying, but look at us being modern. Huh? But to answer the question that you just had, Greek, my day was busy because Wednesday is usually my parental leave day, so I take care of my kid, which is both fun and exhausting at the same time. But I did do a very small stream where we were having lunch together, which is fun.
I saw that. I wasn't able to come by because I was at work, but I saw it. It looked cute.
I made like a really small clip of it because by the time he was ready to go, like I told him to wave, and he's like almost 2, so he doesn't listen very well just yet. But I told him to wave, and he actually did, so that was really cute.
That's awesome. I'll have to check that out. Do we want to answer Q's questions here?
No.
I looked at them and I was like, well.
We can try.
You would
That's,
answer your questions.
That's
Well-
3 times no opinion.
I'm going to be very adamant about this. Like, we can answer his questions with a question. Like, was he actually serious or was he just joking around a little bit? Because I think that, might help us.
Trolling.
I think so too.
I sincerely hope he was trolling.
He is the only one that actually sent us questions, though.
Wait,
That is
Ducky, I
doing the
got one
thing.
as well.
Ducky's
Ooh.
doing the
Oh
thingy.
damn! Twinsies!
Yes.
I
I got 2. I can make it rain with mine.
Oh my goodness.
can
try.
Wait, don't do that. Those are expensive.
They also smell good. They smell like plastic.
Let me smell mine.
Excuse me?
Totally invisible.
Cigarettes all over the place. Cigarettes.
It just smells like
It's just
cigarettes.
cigarette.
It smells like sadness and misery.
It smells like my sex life. No, that's fine.
Like,
Sadness and misery.
oh good lord.
Hey, I'm married. I mean, come on.
Oh boy, this is devolved.
That's purple as I can get.
15 minutes in, right? Like.
I mean, yeah, let's go.
Oh god, we have been live for
It's
15
in my
minutes
ear,
already.
what's that,
Feels like we just turned it on.
Like, wait, my dad is calling me. Nice tracks. JK, dad never calls.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
He'll come back with that pack of cigarettes eventually. Don't worry.
Oh lord.
still looking for a store that's open. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Speaking of dads, by the way, I just had a really huge revelation yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
a friend of mine
So
was.
you were dead?
No, a friend of mine was talking about this whole dad bod concept, right? Where this used to be a fad, and I'm not really sure if it still is, but it was like if you have like a little fuller figure like me, then all of a sudden because you're older, it's kind of sexy or whatever. So we're talking about that, and well, I mean, I have a couple of different opinions on that. One thing that I had to point out was like we have a huge missed opportunity here because we're all calling this dad bod, where we should have been calling this a father figure.
Yeah. Father figure would be good.
Right?
Yes.
Gravy. Maybe we should have given it like 2 days of people like collecting questions. I guess we could ask each other stuff. Let's ask each other stuff.
Sure. I
Alright,
mean, we
let's
can
do
start
it.
off with that. Someone needs to break the ice.
All right. Betty.
What was the one thing you've always wanted to know from all of us? Or one of us?
I don't know. I feel like we talk so much that I feel like I know you guys better than most of my friends.
Oh wow, really?
We are your friends.
I mean,
Right?
Come on, how
C-
rude.
So rude. So rude.
I mean, my real life. You know what? Just yes.
Are we not your real life friends, Greeky?
Way to throw up a wall
I
there.
think Era had a question that he wanted to ask.
Sorry, what now?
Help me, I'm in my hole. I can't stop digging.
What's you guys' dream cars?
Thank you, Era.
Oh, I got one.
Hey, no problem, man. I got you. Wait, you got
Dream
one?
car?
Yeah, dream car.
I got two actually. One that's actually like feasible to get at some point, and one that's actually a dream car. The one that I would love to have if I would ever win the lottery would be the old Bentley Arnage from the 1980s. It's a car that basically looks like a combination between a Jaguar and a Rolls Royce without being too look at me, I have money ish. But it's still a Bentley, so it's a really beautiful car.
That's a beautiful car, indeed.
But you know, not exactly within my price range. The one that is, and is sort of like a dream car, so I'll probably get it at some point, is called a Burton. And not everyone knows Burton, almost no one actually does, because it's not really a car brand. It's actually a brand of like car parts, if you will. What they do, they're Dutch. What they do is they take old Citroën 2 Chevaux cars, so like really old-fashioned cars from like the 1960s. You know them, right, Era?
Yes.
You strip them completely bare, save for the frame and maybe the engine, and then you put a polyester set of, well, basically polyester car on top of it, in the shape of a roadster. So you make it into like a 1920s kind of roadster car, which is cool as long as you don't hit anything. And you know that only costs like a couple of €1,000, so I'm considering to do that at some point, maybe around my 40s, because that seems to be a good time for that.
Yeah, that's beautiful shit.
Do it, yeah, midlife that shit.
Yeah.
What's an appropriate age for me to have a midlife crisis, by the way? Is that-
There's actually two.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
you know
Yep.
this. Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna discover shit here, right?
Is it right now? Because it feels like it.
There's one right after puberty, which is one that they've only just began to discover, and then there is one around your 40s. And basically, it happens around moments where your life is really changing. And right after your 20s, this is that moment where a lot of people, they come just out of university, just into university, and they get like this really like moment where they're down, and then they start partying the fuck out of it, and like, you know, they really like get into that flow. That's apparently like some sort of like a pre-midlife crisis. Interesting stuff.
So basically, I'm still in the first one. All right, cool.
I'm googling it now. Let's
I was
see.
it's your expertise, Ducky.
Psycho says that he had his midlife crisis at 15. So
Oh.
yeah,
I'm
there you
having
go.
mine.
And-
Jeff also
It's
said
done.
15. I had mine at 30. Well, for one of them.
I'm having
think-
mine at 31 right now.
I mean, I'm going to
basically
university right now at 28, so
I left my boyfriend over 12 years a month after I filled 30, and I found a whole new community of friends and people and everything. So definitely happened at 30.
a whole new something. I forgot what you said now. Okay, so Google says
Yes.
that you can have a midlife crisis. Says the condition may occur. The condition from ages 45 to 64. Midlife crises. Last about 3 to 10 years in men and 2 to 5 years in women.
Because
And
women are
midlife-
efficient.
Right. A midlife crisis could be caused by aging itself or aging in combination with changes, problems, or regrets. So that's a fun topic, guys.
Well then.
Is there a medical condition for just not having a good time?
Maybe.
I don't know.
That might be depression.
It's
Hey,
my
Roger.
therapist says he doesn't have a midlife crisis yet. He has a whole life crisis. I'm guessing that's true for several of us here, right?
So if anybody in chat, I don't know if we've had enough time to gather up some viewers or anything, but if anybody has any questions for the particular streamer they're watching or for the group in general, just shout out in chat and we'll try to answer whatever questions you got.
No
as long
limits,
as
but
they aren't
obviously
too
limits.
ridiculous.
Yeah. I always like it when people say, you know, you can ask me anything, no limits. There's always limits.
Yeah,
You
there's
know,
always.
it's like, no, seriously, you can ask me anything. Okay, so what does the inside of your butthole look like? You know, come on.
I'll try to look inside my butthole looks like, Papa.
What now?
Thanks for the follow, Roger. Welcome to the family.
All right, let's do introductions then, since we have a few people hanging out.
You start, Greek.
Okay, I'll go first. Wait, can I double click my own face hole?
Oh, you can do that too.
Again.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
so-
true.
Yeah, you can double click someone.
Yeah.
I'll do the same thing. There we go.
All right, do you
Hello,
guys
it's my
want,
face.
want me to mute? Oh no, I guess I shouldn't mute. That would be bad.
Wait, what's going on? What are we gonna do?
We're gonna do introductions real quick. So,
Okay.
my name is The Other Greek. I am primarily a Minecraft and Jackbox streamer, but I play all kinds of other stuff. We're trying out today one of hopefully the first of many kind of AMAs for small streamers. So if you guys have any questions or want to know anything, just shout out in the chat and I will let somebody else go because I have no idea what to talk about. All right. Who's next?
Errors.
Error.
Alright. Let me make myself bigger here.
Oh
Well,
my.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Hi, my name is OG Arrow 404. Mostly doing marbles. I've done Minecraft. We'll do Minecraft again somewhere in the future. My place is a place for profanity and shit. Just throwing that out there. I have no limits. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't know anything else, so I'm gonna throw it up to someone else now.
Papa.
Is it my turn already? Alright. So much for ladies first. Huh? Hi there,
Yeah,
I'm
ladies
Papa.
last.
Ladies last, yeah. Good guys start last. Finish last. I don't know, whatever. It's a fucking stream, what do we care about? So my name is Papa, hello. I'm totally not in the attire that I usually wear, but, you know, be glad that I'm dressed, right? I'm the resident Twitch Papa. I love dad jokes. I am a father, so I legitimately wear the title with pride. I will most probably be at TwitchCon 2020 in Amsterdam, so catch me there if you want. Don't try to catch me. I'm really big, so you break your back. Don't. And I just, I enjoy doing stuff like this, so I hope that there will be more sessions after this one.
Me too.
Melly.
Me too.
Same here.
Hi. I'm Lady Meliora, or Melly, and I do mostly Minecraft streams. I started out as a Fortnite streamer, and I also play Isaac the Gathering. No, the Rebinding of Isaac Afterbirth. That's the one. Other than that, I hang around, and that's me.
And finally, but certainly not least, Ducky.
That ducky face.
Hello, my name is Bumper Ducky. I mostly do just chat, just chatting, just chatting and spooping and pooping. No, just chatting usually. I focus on trying to read the chat a lot and interact with you guys. I do some Minecraft, some Jackbox. I play some ukulele and sing, which is something new, or not new, but something I'm trying to do a little bit more. But yeah, that's me, I guess.
Yay.
Yay! Cool.
Has anybody got any questions from chat yet? Anybody want to know anything? Or are we going to Q's questions here?
Nothing. Are we? Whoa.
Questions to know.
Is
I don't
it
think
either this
question
or
is
that?
working.
Like, oh, is there nothing in between?
All right, Chef wants to know how do we all feel about Halloween? I'll start though. I don't like holidays in general.
Aw.
I'm a fucking Grinch, but I pretend real hard to like them for my children. So
Aw.
Halloween is great, guys. I'm super excited that everybody's getting dressed up.
So sincere.
All right. Who am I gonna nominate here? Melly. We're going with Melly.
I like Halloween, I guess. I'm kind of sad about it because in Norway we had this Halloween tradition thing, but during Christmas. So in between Christmas and New Year, we went around door to door, doing the candy thing, singing Christmas carols, dressed up as cute Santas or stuff like that, and that has been destroyed by the Halloween. So people don't do that anymore, and that's really sad because it was this very cute tradition in Norway. So I
So is,
like Halloween, but I'm sad that it destroyed our Norwegian traditions.
so is it now that it moved towards like this period of the year, and that Christmas has become more of the traditional like American Christmas kind of way, or what?
No, it's just that, especially that tradition of going door to door with Christmas carols and stuff has just disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad though.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
But Halloween is cool.
All right, who goes next?
Papa.
First of all, Halloween is not a thing in the Netherlands, unfortunately, because it costs money, and we don't like spending money on stuff that is not important. We're very frugal. This is of course like I honestly think this is one of the reasons why we haven't done it in the past. But nowadays, with like the whole internationalism and like we're learning from each other all the time. I think Halloween is slowly becoming a thing over here, but at the moment it's more on the level that there is like 1 in every 10 houses actually has a pumpkin outside. And you're like, hey, pumpkin. So we have a long way to go. But personally, I love the concept of Halloween. I love the things that I see abroad, and I mean, I for one am all for just dressing up and being a goofball. Like as soon as Halloween actually becomes a thing here, I want to dress up like a straw man, put a pumpkin on my head, sit out front on the porch with a bucket of candy on my lap, just sit still with a card, just take one, and any kid that takes more than one, you're gonna jump up and be like, just one, I can't wait.
Oh goodness.
So yeah, so it's not a thing yet, but I hope it will be at some point.
I am kind of excited to go trick or treating with my kids. That is one thing I do like.
Right?
Like, I do like actually going trick or treating with my kids. That
I
is
feel
fun.
like that would be really fun because you could see their excitement.
Yeah, I basically I enjoy life vicariously through my children. That's all I do.
All right, Eric.
I absolutely love Halloween. Although the way we have Halloween over here in Belgium, it's like walking things, like a parkour, like not a parkour, but like a trajectory where you have to like follow, and then there's like a very, let's say 100 meter, there's like a little stand with spooky shit. So that's what we got, but I would love to like have like a Halloween like in America with the trick or treating and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's let's say that Halloween for me is more important holiday than it's New Year, Christmas, or Easter stuff.
It's also, and I don't know if that's the same for you, Era, but if I look at like the American way of celebrating Halloween, it's like with almost everything that America does, it's like that go big or go home kind of tradition. Like Halloween is not just cutesy and you go door to door, but it's like it's a huge party, and that's what I love about it. It's so it's eccentric.
Exactly. That's the reason why I would love like an American Halloween thing.
Yeah.
Go door to door and have like a huge party at it and stuff. That looks cool. Over here, it's more like limited to like local football clubs organizing these things.
Yeah.
So, or for you American viewers, soccer clubs.
I still feel that that's wrong. It should be football, and the thing that you guys call football should be called hand egg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Egg?
Hand egg, yeah, because you play mostly with your hands, and it's not a ball, it's an egg.
I think we all know how Ducky feels about Halloween.
Yes.
But let's hear it.
How do I feel about Halloween?
You hate it.
I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I duck and hate it, guys.
I duck and hate it. Duck and
No,
hate Halloween.
I love Halloween on such a deep level. I don't know. I struggle from anxiety, so I think that like focusing on like spoopy things it's fun for me. Like I like horror movies and stuff because it's not like real. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So I use Halloween to kind of like face my fears kind of thing. I like Halloween. I've always liked Halloween. I love autumn. It's my favorite like season. I don't know. Yeah, I just love Halloween. Everything about it.
I like autumn as well, but I live in Michigan and we pretty much just skip it. We're just like, oh, it's 7 degrees and then today I had snow.
Right.
It's great.
Super
fun.
I want snow.
No,
Now that I
No
have
snow.
my Chevy, I want snow.
no, I have a little tiny Hyundai. I just get stuck constantly. That's all I do. You drift into shit.
I love
Drift
Today
into
we-
shit.
Drift into shit, specifically
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
That's
Specific shit. Okay.
In Michigan, that's where we keep all of our shit on the side of the road.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any questions from chat? Because I have one more from Chef here.
I have a question.
None at the moment, so
Never mind.
keep them coming.
Not really, no.
Actually. It's fine.
Ducky's chat's turn.
Hold on. I had a suggestion to put our names
I'm
over
already
top
on
of.
that.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
You can just add a text source. Here, let me do that.
Yeah, I've tried to do it, but it's not.
It's kind of funny because
Text.
I was already doing that.
I'm gonna try this as well.
Dude, Pitch
For some
said
reason, it
that.
doesn't want to add Greek's K.
Yeah, I can't get I can't get any words, but Pitch said that they had 30 feet of snow drifts in
Ooh.
Ireland last week.
Jesus.
30 feet? Pitch, that's insane.
That is way too crazy.
In autumn? Like, what's happening?
Oh.
Let me find a good text for this. What's a good text for this? None of these. None of these are
Comic Sans.
No. Just, all right, end stream. Just
Comic Sans.
Yeah, in one of those fluke, you gotta be kidding kind of things, right? Not too long ago, I actually saw this poster, which just looked like for internal communication only at my client. They had a poster about some upcoming event, and I shit you not, they actually wrote it in Comic Sans. And even for internal communication, how dare you?
how dare you?
How very dare you?
How dare you?
Ooh, I'm getting it. Okay, cool.
I'm looking into what font I'm gonna use first.
I'm just using Arial. Do you guys hate me?
No, you're good. It's
Ariel's-
kind of a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I had another question from Chef too. Oh wait, did you have a question, Duck?
Oh, no.
Chef said, how do you people feel about it getting dark outside? Is it nice and cozy or is it depressing?
Bit of both, really.
I like it.
It really depends on where I'm at.
That's true.
I-
We'll explain. Like, do you like it to be dark when you're at work, or
No,
is that what
I-
you're talking about?
Yeah, but it's exactly what I mean. Like when I'm at home and I look outside and I see that it's getting darker a little early, and I light up some candles here and whatnot. Yeah, sure, that's like kind of cozy. When I leave home for work and it's dark outside, and I go and work, and then I come out of the office and it's dark outside again, it's like, where did the day go? You know, so that's
Fair enough.
I don't really feel the winter depression that people talk about, but I'm thinking also that might be because I'm all around depressed. I am, however, kind of still scared of the dark, like when I'm outside.
Mhm.
But dark times also mean you can have lots of candles and stuff. So that's
you can
good.
still have candy, Melly. You know,
You can
You're an
have
adult.
candies,
No,
yeah.
no,
They can't
I'm
tell
on
you
a
no.
diet. I'm on a diet.
I should have got candy.
My bumper ducky. Bumper ducky disappeared.
It disappeared.
I got the text on, guys. I did it. I did the
I'm,
thing.
I'm working on it.
I'm
Oh.
a professional.
same.
I called my bumper ducky error. Okay.
Oh.
I'm still debating on which font to use. That is too. I know myself.
I just used Obelix.
I
Obelix
used
is bad.
Amico.
Now I gotta go look at all your guys' multi-streams.
Oh, I got a question, guys.
Ooh.
A question.
Question.
Put to it.
Okay, how about this
Hi, Benny.
question? You're swimming in the ocean or in a lake, and a piece of seaweed touches your feet or leg. How do you react? That is an interesting question.
Have sex with
Total
Sex
panic.
with it.
Total panic.
it.
Yeah, I would probably scream and flail. Scream and flail for sure. Yeah. Ooh, hello, why is the other Greek upside down? You're not Australian.
Betty just joined my chat, and then you accused me of being Australian immediately afterwards.
How perfect.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
Since when did you come from Joyce?
Oh, Joyzy. Last one, Lady Meliora.
Ooh.
Meloria. I can never. Wait,
Meliora.
I can
Lady
Melioria.
Malaria. Every
Lady
time we raid
Malaria.
somewhere.
I know, right?
Melly gets called random stuff. I get called the other geek constantly.
Oh, I
The
get
other
that.
geek.
I got
I got called Theo a couple times.
I got an interesting change to my
Oh.
my name as well. Like I got Zillion is usually Xylon or something, but since I added Papa, people actually started calling me Papillion, which is like the French word for butterfly. I don't know.
Ah, that's kind of nice.
I mean, I've been
Would you
called
like to be-
ogre.
Ogre.
Oh,
Ogre.
yeah.
Ogre. That's the best one. Ogre.
I mean, that's
Ogre. Oh, I guess I could see the ogre art.
that's the best way to mispronounce my name.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Focusing on getting this text on.
Same here.
So, yeah, so everyone in the chat, this is kind of like a very, very new thing. So we're all just
Mhm.
kind of trying to figure it
Yeah.
out.
yeah,
Winging
this
it.
is
I like the
total
idea of
noob
the tracks,
streamer.
That was a good good shout. So
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. So Zund, it was Zund App Chef. Thank you very much for that suggestion because
GG,
great.
my man.
oh yeah, Chef's been asking questions too. He also asked, do we think aliens exist or not?
Ooh, good
I'll start
question.
with that. I think that the universe is too big for it to be statistically possible that they don't. Whether or not they would visit us, I wouldn't visit us. So
There's
That's fair.
there's an interesting piece of philosophy here, which is called the Fermi paradox, which is all about alien life and about the fact that the fact that we haven't seen them yet both proves and disproves the existence of aliens. Won't go into detail right now because we have to talk about other things as well, and I don't want to hog the audio all the time.
No, go for it.
No, but the Fermi paradox, it basically tells us the fact that we haven't seen them yet both proves that they are here because they're intelligent enough not to visit us, or they're intelligent enough that we can't see them, or haven't seen them when they were visiting us, or they're not here because we can't see them. And there's a paradox in there because both disprove each other. Disregarding that, I totally agree with the fact that statistics don't lie, and statistics say that they should be out there. It's impossible that they're not. It's just a matter of, okay, how intelligent are they? I mean,
True.
if we find bacteria on Mars, that's it. You know, we have alien life.
Ah,
Ah,
Ah, aliens, ah.
Melly. Hey, Pole. Pole's here. Hi, Pole.
Hello. What up, Royce?
What is this? Pole, we're doing an AMA. We're just answering questions and talking and hanging out and doing the thing. And I'm not wearing pants.
Woo!
I love how that was blended in. I got a
No
question.
pants, gang.
I got a question in my channel.
Ooh.
Who was your worst teacher in school and why? That's a nice one.
Ooh, I got a good one.
oh,
I like how
yeah.
air. I like how air.
I got it. The perfect example. So my teacher in English, I think it was fourth year. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
then.
Hi, Melly.
So my English teacher in fourth year, like what's it called, middle. At least I was 16 years old. She went against me about something that everyone knew that was correct. I can't remember what it was. And that was like the first or second lesson that we had, like first class that we had of her. No, my
layout.
My names
Oh,
are
yeah,
gone
already
now.
My layout.
wrong now.
No.
My layout is ruined.
No.
Betty!
Fix the-
Betty!
Betty! Betty's just like, why?
Hi. You guys asked me at 5:30 to come here, and then forgot that I'm in chat, just waiting to come.
Wait. We didn't forget about you.
Wait, I
We
need
were
to.
just waiting for you to. Wait. Oh, were we supposed to?
Yeah,
just invite
like
you?
invite me.
Oh,
Like invite me.
Yeah.
Like literally invite me.
Yeah.
you're
Who
welcome.
was supposed to invite Betty?
That's why I'm in chat going, Queddy, I'm just waiting for Greg to remember I don't exist in his house.
I thought you were talking about like my
Whatever.
actual house.
Wait, now
You
I
don't love
can't
me.
make a name.
You don't love me.
Hi, Betty. Hi,
I
Betty.
have a.
Hi,
I have
whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. Whatever.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's from
Okay.
Chef. Of course, it's from Chef.
Of course.
Is it allowed to keep, or are you allowed
No,
to
look.
keep the Christmas tree
And
up
now I'll
all year
mod
round?
you. It's fine. It's fine.
Sure, why not?
Am I allowed to keep it up?
Can you keep it up?
Oh my.
You have no idea.
Well, Betty.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Let's see.
Betty, are you gonna stream?
Well, I was asking the thing and no one was answering me.
Well, I was answering you. That's why I added you.
I love you, Millie.
I love you too.
Oh,
You're literally the only person that answered me.
That's because we're all
me
in
drink
Discord and we
coffee.
can't actually look at our Discord because then we will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink coffee.
Oh, were you asking me in Discord too?
I was wondering what my
Great.
dick sword was going on.
I love your face.
My dick sword.
Oh,
So-
it's your boy Mojo can keep it up. Oh my, Mojo.
I want some
So,
coffee, Betty.
To come back to
I
the.
put on
the
I put
teacher
on
phrase.
makeup. Look, I
So,
have
yeah.
Halloween on. Look,
You have Halloween on? Nice.
I like it. I like it.
I know, right?
Right.
Error, you
So-
were. Yeah.
Yeah, to come back to the teacher part. So yeah, basically she tried to prove that she was right on something that like the entire classroom and including me and also like the principal knew it was wrong of her and I was right. So I picked on her like the entire year and she tried to mess me up and every time she tried I was there just making fun of her and let's say that she was the reason that I had to redo my year. Like she pushed so hard and so many buttons so she could like I don't know the English word for it, but like I had to do like the year again.
Dang.
I had to do it again.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she was the worst human being I've ever encountered in my life.
Teachers that support you.
But then again, I made fun of her the entire year, so yeah.
So there was a trade-off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was,
definitely a
it was a
trade-off.
perfect trade-off.
Who wants to go next?
I don't know the topic.
Worst
Your
teacher.
worst teacher you've ever had.
I just had lovely teachers. everybody loves me. I'm fabulous.
Awesome. That's good
Well,
to
that's
hear.
good. Yeah. It's a good thing.
In other news,
I had lovely teachers who supported me and made me want to be a teacher. And I went to university to learn how to be a teacher. And teachers are lovely.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you've had such a positive experience. So there
Mhm.
hasn't been like one teacher
Sorry.
that you hated. Not one. That's awesome.
My children have had horrible teachers. Really fucking horrible teachers. Horrible.
How so?
My son had to repeat kindergarten because of a teacher that told him that she couldn't put up with him anymore. He's 6.
He's 6.
there's something really wrong with the teacher then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So I made her life a living hell.
Nice, Betty.
Because I'm not a nice person, guys. I'm not a nice person. Don't cross me. I'll fucking kill you.
Can I get that as a voice clip for my channel, Betty?
Right.
Don't cross me, I'll fucking kill you in Betty voice.
It's true. It's the truth. How can you say that to a tiny child who's trying to make memories of teachers being lovely people like I've
Yeah.
got?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
terrible.
Morgan's going through the same thing right now. She's got a teacher that isn't super great with her, and yeah, it's gotten to the, like I went down there the one day, and then all of a sudden everybody's happy now because Dad finally showed up. They're like, oh damn, Dad showed up.
Oh, it's the Big Daddy one. Watch out.
Daddy.
He's not as nice as he looks on Twitch, guys. Oh, that's a cranky face.
I remember in 5th grade, I had a teacher. At the beginning of 5th grade, it was right before I moved, so I had a really my favorite teacher ever at the beginning of 5th grade, and my least favorite teacher ever at the other end. So it was right after I moved. I went to this new school, and they were like at a different point in their teaching curriculum, so I was a little behind, and we were getting caught up. But I remember this teacher would actually like give the girls in the class different homework assignments than the boys, and it was usually like they would get an easy assignment or they would get no homework at all. So yeah,
What?
yeah, it was awful, and she made my life a living hell, and it was terrible. And you know, I ended up starting to miss school, and it was like the exact opposite of how it was, because like at the beginning of 5th grade, like I was in all honors classes, and like I was a really good student, and at the end, like this lady had single-handedly derailed like all of my education. Like I hated going to school, I didn't want to go anymore, and then I ended up having an appendectomy at the end of 5th grade,
What's
towards the
an
end of the school, where my appendix tried to explode and kill me, and then they took it out.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That took a turn.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Good tip.
so they took my appendix out, and my doctor was like, you can go back to school now after I had healed up. And it was like 2 weeks left. I was like, can you just tell him I don't have to go back to school? He's like, yeah. And then I didn't go back. But I remember like my mom and dad had to come into school a couple times and sit down with the principal. And after my dad heard a couple of things that were going on with this lady, like he cussed her out, and he's like a big angry Greek man. Like he doesn't English isn't his first language, and he's very loud. He's like super fucking loud in general, but like he was like cussing her out and shit. I was like, oh boy, I told you I wasn't making this shit up. Yeah, she was awful. She was fucking terrible. And then of course after that, like it just kind of derailed my whole education. Like I didn't trust teachers anymore after that. Yeah.
Man, I don't
Teachers
blame
are
you.
lovely. Be a teacher.
Yeah.
Teach the
Yeah, some
children.
teachers are great. My 5th grade, the teacher that I loved the most, her name was Miss Turley. She was a sweet old lady. She was the fucking best.
Oh,
And then I went from the fucking best to straight up the devil in the same year.
Oh wow.
My favorite teacher was my high school history teacher. He's from England, and his mother was apparently Fae and born in the Call, and he'd teach us about like psychic stuff and take us to the pub. He was great. Fucking loved him.
That sounds fantastic.
He was
Fantastic.
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 my
I
favorite
think
teacher
I'm-
was. Oh, sorry.
I think I'm gonna leave. This isn't working on my channel whatsoever. So I'll see you guys later.
All right, Melly.
All right,
Thank
Melly.
you, Melly.
Bye-bye.
Do you wanna-
Bye.
Bye.
Now I have to arrange my names again.
Yep. Stand by for rearranging.
Oh, there we go.
okay,
Alright.
okay.
Let's see,
I
what
like
name
that
is this?
Pop- everything's in the middle of people's faces.
I know, right?
I get Papa in the middle now.
Yep.
Papa in
yeah,
the middle.
Papa's
Everyone
gonna build
wants-
mine too.
Everyone wants Papa in the middle.
Papa in the middle.
This looks so cool with the
And now I
names
have country
underneath. It
fighting
looks all.
stuck in my head.
It
And
looks all
looks all
professional.
special. It does look all professional.
Hey, Twitch sings intermission. Papa, let's do it.
Twitch sings intermission.
What? I got people sleeping upstairs. I don't know.
Oh, Papa.
Aw, we're all full of disappointment.
I tried to do a thing with you. It's knocked
Just
me
trying to
down.
do a thing.
Well, hello. I mean, what?
I'm gonna start singing.
But I do have a question from my channel.
Oh.
To whoever
Whip it
wants to answer it. If your lifespan all of a sudden would drop to 40 years, how would you live your life differently?
Oh damn!
I'd have
that's a
3
good
years
question.
left because I'm
I wouldn't.
fucking old.
I would just do the same thing as I do now. I'm living my life just fine. Like I feel like I'm enjoying myself, and I wouldn't change it.
Is celebrate the wrong answer?
I would travel.
Oh
'cause
gosh.
I've not traveled.
freak. I feel like I would definitely live at home, living it right now, but I would get the man candy up here living with me. You know, out of the basement, and you know, I'll move him into my flat.
Yeah,
And
I-
I'd get a dog.
Rob a bank.
I'd get a dog.
I mean,
I think-
I got my girl candy over here. I got my
Girl
dog.
candy.
Woo!
I mean, I got everything in there, so I wouldn't change it.
Nah, same here. I think I would stay the same. The only thing, like, I don't really have any anxiety problems, but knowing that death would be that close already would kind of give me more anxiety than what I currently have. So, like, that wouldn't be, like, on one side, like, this is one of those questions, like, would you want to know when, you know, your time will come? Like, if someone would be able to tell you, like, you're going to die whenever, like, would you want to? And honestly, I can't decide. On one side, I do, because, you know, it's nice to know. You can sort of plan around it. On the other side, like, holy shit, the anxiety, knowing, like, okay, so I got, like, 1 year left, I gotta do shit. I don't know. Maybe it's best that we don't know, right?
I would never want to know because that's shitty. But when you just asked me now, not bothered in the slightest. I've almost died before, so whatever.
Just another near-death experience.
I don't
You already had
know,
one.
much.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
I was thinking I can pull up some interesting questions on the Google.
The Google, okay.
Alright,
On the
Google's
Google?
coming.
Not the Google.
Not
What's
the
what's
Googlies.
a saying? What's a saying
The
that you say a
Oogly
lot?
Moog- Oh,
Fuck me running.
I
That's
don't
a
want
saying
to.
that you say a
Not
lot.
right now.
No,
I've
that's
got
what I
big
say.
ears.
Fuck me running. I say it a lot.
Really, I've never heard you say it.
Ask Betty if I say fuck me running too much.
You say fuck me running so much. I say fuck me running.
I think my most thing that I say is oh. Like legit oh.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely say, oh. It's
Oh.
definitely like a thing. Like I want
Yeah.
like an O command, like an error
Oh.
O command, because he always goes,
Yeah.
oh.
No one's fucking anybody, Armor people. Just who would fuck someone running? That seems like a Olympic
So-
sport.
It's the point.
Honestly, I don't know. Like,
Oh.
same goes for Belgian, I believe. Like, our languages are built around like using sayings all the time. So I don't
Yeah.
really have a favorite. Like every other sentence we use in Dutch is probably has a saying blended in there. So I don't have a favorite.
Yeah.
I just talk in sayings a lot.
I say cool beans a lot and holy cheese. That's
Holy
definitely-
cheese.
Yeah.
Holy cheese!
I got another one for my channel.
Oh my
Uh,
god! god.
Yeah, this guy's called Legifallen, and he's cranking him out. I'm liking that. Thank you, Legi.
He's killing it. He's killing it today.
And this is another one of those. Oh, that's actually quite deep. Kappa. What are some challenges you? Sorry. What are some challenges you think the next generation will face?
Ooh.
My diapers. I mean, yeah, I think that's the thing that they will face, like us being old.
Yep.
And like I'm 32 now. I'm cranky. I'm can assure you when I'm 80, I will be super cranky. So that's the next generation that is going to be handling that.
Yeah, and other than that, I think the obvious topics, right, like the things like overpopulation, nature, like the whole the way that the planet is currently, the shape that the planet is currently in. I don't think it's as doomsday as everyone says, and I don't want to dive into that too far, but yeah, that's still a topic that the next generation is going to have to handle as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. And definitely like the internet and how that's going to affect being social and I don't know, it's had a huge impact already, like because I go to university with people like a bit younger than me, and I can see how they really are it's different. I don't know.
It is.
Growing up now is very different than growing up when I grew up.
I hadn't thought that at age 32, I already have that sense of disconnection with the younger generation at some point. Because it really goes that quick.
It does.
I think personally the biggest thing that they're going to face is like with the rise of automation, like it's going to be real hard finding jobs, like jobs that machines can't do or AI can't do, and it's going to get to the point where we're going to have a serious conversation of like universal basic income or alternate ways of making income. So yeah, it's going to be rough. I mean, in theory, you could automate everything. I mean, there's not, aside from maybe like creative or like artistic endeavors, I think you could automate pretty damn near anything.
Robots can write stories.
The what now?
Robots can write stories.
They can.
Mm-hmm.
Can we take a small pause for a second here, Betty?
No,
Betty.
no, we cannot.
Betty.
No, we can't talk about that until tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Let me just say one thing though. Okay, not giving away anything. Twitch support is just about the dumbest people I've ever interacted with.
Uh-oh.
I love you.
They're
Rick,
awful.
I love you.
They have
Uh-oh.
no fucking idea what I'm saying. I put it in regular sentences with a question mark at the end, and they answer something completely not the question I asked twice. They've done it twice now. They've answered the same question twice wrong.
Ruh-roh.
But I love you so much. Okay?
I love you too, Betty. I think
great.
we're officially even for me fucking up the inviting you thing. we're calling it good. We're at 0 now. Okay.
I doubt it. I'm sure I'll fuck something else up.
So I got a
problem.
question about my billing. Can you help me out? Well, here's a bagel.
Yeah. It's basically like if
You requested a bagel, right?
Would you like it?
Papa, it's the
Have
whole
a
interaction's been
bagel.
like this, along the lines of that inquiry there. I have a question about my billing, Twitch staff. Twitch staff was like, billing involves money. All right, I'm glad that it
Okay,
involves money. But I have a question about my billing. Yeah, you use money to pay for your bills.
Yes, we take
Answer my
money.
fucking question.
Imagine you
We take
asking
money.
a,
We'll
like,
take
a
your money.
super weird question, like weird formula, and they just reply to what your first question was. I think that is what Twitch support is.
My
Yeah,
biggest
I
beef
had-
with support is because most support is underpaid, understaffed, so they don't care. Care with staff is with support has gone down the tubes because there's not enough money to care. And because of that, my biggest beef with any support out there is if you ask 2 questions in one email.
No.
They'll answer the first one and they'll completely forget about the second one. It isn't there. Make 2 tickets. If you make 1 ticket,
Yeah.
they'll forget about anything past the first
Yup.
question.
Mhm. I love the googly eyes. I really wish I could have gotten
I was
those
looking
in
at
my
them as
pea
well,
container
like,
before I
oh.
returned it.
I immediately see 2 applications where you could use them, which would be on your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Halloween stream on my ears.
Halloween stream. By the way, I have a question from Just Royce.
Yep.
If you could all be Star Wars characters, which Star Wars characters would you be?
Oh, that's easy.
I've totally dressed up as Leia before. In public.
In
I
public.
like it.
That's a good
I like
clarification, Betty.
Okay, now I understand. I didn't get it before to get it now.
That's a good question. Let me think about it for a second.
I would go as Count Dooku.
Can I go as one of the younglings that were?
Oh my god!
Is that one of the options?
That's really dark.
Just killed before life turned to shit. Just.
Oh, yikes, man. Yikes.
I was 16 when I saw the last Star Wars movie that I watched, so it's a long time ago, so I have no clue what I want to be.
I'd want to be Han Solo for sure. But like lady version of Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Yeah.
Hana Solo,
There
yes.
you go.
I really hope that's Betty going to tape those googly eyes on.
You know what's?
100% probably gonna happen.
But it's not. But it's not.
Oh, okay. It's not.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
something potentially damaging, but this is very interesting, right? We're talking about Star Wars characters, and you're like Han Solo. You're like, yeah, Han Solo. And you're like, there's a female version of that. And you were like Hana Solo, and immediately I was like, that's a good porn name.
Yeah. Right.
Hannah Duo instead of Han Solo. Oh.
But why does everything have to be so big, guys? Why does everything have to be so big?
I can't help it. I was
Oh my
just born
God.
this way.
But why, guys? But why? I just have these things hanging around, guys. But why?
Gotta hang around.
But why, guys?
Are you Jesus?
No, fuck. I couldn't find my lightsaber. I couldn't find my lightsaber.
So you
So
gotta,
right now you're Jesus.
yeah, you gotta set a bed sheets and a curtain cord. But like, what's that?
Fuck you. Fine. Like, I'm not appreciated here.
Wait,
Bayou wants to be the tan that Luke cut open. Bayou, what?
Hell yeah, Bayou. That's my man.
no, but just to come back to what Papa said about Hannah Dio, that sounds like a cheap porn movie.
Yeah.
Just pointing that out there.
I'll let you ask another one. After breaking my phone today, what is the most expensive thing you guys have broken?
My car.
Me.
My marriage.
I broke me.
Wait, I missed it. I was answering chat. What'd you say?
I said my marriage.
What was the question?
Oh, the question
What's
was,
the most expensive thing you've broken?
yeah.
Oh.
Damn!
Oh, good loud. Oh man.
Yeah, I was gonna say my ex-girlfriend, but she's not expensive. She's trash. So I,
That was harsh.
it's the truth can be harsh, right?
Also, I don't know her, so drag the bitch.
I think an Apple monitor. That's the most expensive thing I actually broke by accident, of course.
I don't break things. I'm very gentle.
Nah, like I said, probably one of my previous cars. I lowered it too much and hit a speed bump, and let's say there was oil and parts of engine all over the place. So that was
Oy vey.
super
Oof.
expensive to repair and to
I
get it cleaned up.
I did reverse into a stationary library. But
What?
it was hardly my fault. It was hardly my fault.
Sounds like
Did
one
it-
for the books.
Did it come out of nowhere, Betty? Is that what you're saying?
She was
I
trying.
didn't see it.
She was trying to book it, but you know.
That was better than mine.
Got it.
You did the puns.
Yeah, I had my
Puns.
one dad joke stream mile, so there we go.
I tried to do the the book one and joke like a few seconds before you, and it like just didn't even nothing happened.
Aw.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not dad enough. It's fine.
It's okay. It's all
fine.
no.
It's
I'm
okay,
sorry.
guys.
It's all right.
Let's go away.
One day you'll be a real dad.
One day I'll be a dad. One day.
Alright, guys, I'll be right back, right?
All right.
Okay.
All right, Eric.
The error.
Just turn your video off. Don't turn or keep your
Don't
video
leave.
on.
No, I can't. I'll be right back.
He's not wearing pants either.
We're gonna have to
But
move all
I-
the. Okay.
But I
okay.
like
Exactly.
that. I like that.
All right, Ducky.
Ants are overrated.
Ducky,
Yeah.
pick
I
another
have
one from the
pants.
Google.
I had to go to school. So
From the
I
Google?
had-
Alright. You got it, man. Let's see. What's another good one?
What are we doing
Okay.
with Google?
So, you discover a beautiful island upon which you may build your own society. You make the rules. What is the first rule you put into place? Mine would be no pants. No pants allowed.
I would live there.
If it's broken,
If it's broken, lick it. That's a good one.
in all honesty, the best rule is if it's none of your business, let people be themselves.
You guys are all like immediately focusing on society and all that. That's like that's nice. The first thing that would come to mind to me would be like, treat me as a god. I get 40% of all the taxes. Like anything like.
Wow, you can really see like our personalities in these rules.
I'm not made. I'm not made for ruling.
Stewbagel underscore.
So yeah, Kyle just asked a question, or StuBagel underscore. When you pick your nose, what do you do with the booger after you pick it?
Lick it?
Eat it?
No, never. I would never. That's just so hard not to answer. Lick it. Lick it. Flick it. Lick it. Bop it. I don't
Roll
know.
it.
It's so long. Roll
Roll
it.
it.
Put it in your pocket. I don't know.
Save it for a rainy day. Yeah.
Just put it in a jar and save it for later. Just.
Oh, yay. Oh.
Imagine doing that and then having a new girlfriend come over and be like, "Well, this is my booger collection."
I bet StuBagel underscore has one of those.
Thanks, B. That's awesome.
If you had the whole world's attention for half a minute, what would you say?
For 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I go full screen for this?
Yep. You will go full screen on mine. Go ahead.
They'll just be
Stop being cunts to each other. Cut it out.
I like that.
Yeah, that works.
I'm gonna second that. Really.
Hey, Toast.
I just think the most important thing is love is love and mind your own business. It seems to be everybody just wants to be in everybody's thing. Up in everybody's business.
Mhm.
The second you stop and listen to someone else, you see what is similar to another person and you can be friends. You can find something
I was
to not hate.
Yeah.
I was having a business meeting last night, and there were a couple of topics that we had to discuss. And one of them was actually like potentially laying off a couple of guys, and so we got into that HR kind of corner when that we talked about, and the topic trailed from that. And at some point, we were actually discussing the fact that, like, if you look at society nowadays, one thing that we really can't do anymore is having a good discussion nowadays. And this is almost with any topic, right? You talk with someone and you either fully agree with someone, and that means that you like each other and all that, and the minute you disagree, it means you're an asshole, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and you're my worst enemy. There's no in between anymore. And that is, I think, one of the core issues that we have. We don't want to listen to each other anymore. We don't agree to disagree anymore. There's no gray. There's no, I don't like that, but, you're entitled to that. It's fine. It's either yes, we're on the same line, or I fucking hate you. And I miss that. And it's not that long ago, right? I miss the fact that we could just
Yeah.
agree to disagree.
The reason
Yeah.
why people disagree is sometimes more important.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I don't find it super hard to like talk to people and like just enjoy someone's company even if I'm not 100% similar to them. And I think that comes from me being like so fucking weird that it's like, if my standard was this person has to be exactly like me or I'm not friends with them, I would have no fucking friends. I would just be friendless.
Never.
I would have Betty. I would just have Betty. Aw.
I'm literally friends with anybody. Come, tell me about your bullshit and I'll listen, guys.
Mhm. Betty's
Bullshit's
good.
so interesting, though. It's really fucking
Wow.
interesting. Like,
Bullshit
tell me
and
about
drama. I
stuff.
want to hear it all. Give me the
Me
drama.
too.
I don't want it in my life. I don't want it in my.
No,
I just want to hear
no.
about it from afar.
Yeet.
From
Yeet that right off. Like, I don't have time for that. But tell me about it.
yeah, I want to hear about it. Oh boy. I've had some friends contact me recently with some just the most juicy drama. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Tell me. I'll tell you later.
Aw.
Not on
good,
stream.
good.
I'll tell you later.
Ooh,
Fun.
drama stream. I need to get some tea.
It's
What's
interesting.
Melanie talking
It's interesting
Tune-
until they start
Tune
reflecting.
in next week. Tune in next week for more, guys.
Ooh.
right?
tea.
Oh,
It's interesting until they start reflecting. It's like, so, you know, they tell this whole bullshit story, and you're like, all with them, like, oh, yeah, oh, okay, well, oh, really? Oh, it's terrible. Oh, like, oh, poof. And then they're like, so, you know, can you relate to that? And you have this urge to say, no, I have a normal life, but, you know, but you know you can't. So you're like, yeah, I not literally, but like, yeah, I've been there. I've continue, please, because I don't have anything else to say. You know, take it back.
Yeah, too.
I
You
think I have a
insulted
bad problem
Kelly.
about that. I don't know. You said you'd only have. Oh, that I'm.
Oh,
that-
fuck. Oh.
It was a joke. It was a joke, Melanie. Of
Drama.
course.
It's drama
Of course.
now.
The drama showed up. Of course, I'd be your friend too. I'd probably be friends with all you crazy fucks.
Aw.
Hey, thank you, Greeky.
So sweet. Wait, I gotta learn how to do the heart thingy.
Stretch out your thumbs and
Oh,
just
so pretty.
and try like a.
Do I have short thumbs?
No, you're
Greek.
not.
I just have
She's
large
normal
fingers.
size.
Greek, if you take like an orange and you try to like pull an orange apart, like put your fingers like that and then stretch your thumbs out and you're done.
Do you know what
That's
the
a
problem
good
is
way
with
to
these hearts? They look fucking awesome from the wrong side. Like this, looking at me, this is the best heart I've ever done. Looking at the camera,
That's actually so true.
ordinary. It's
That's
ordinary
so
looking at the camera.
true.
Ordinary.
Can't do it. That's so true.
Look how good
My
that
heart
is.
looks so ducking great.
That's really great. Look at that. How great that
I
is.
can't even
Look
show
at-
you. But...
Ordinary.
Well, the thing is, you know, Betty, because you're in Australia, you have to do it vice versa. So you have to stretch out your fingers and do your thumb like that.
Oh my god.
So
But that looks
Australian.
looks like your the woman's like reproductive organs.
Australian
That's
love,
a
right?
Mapatazzi.
Like
That's
the
a
ovaries.
Mapatazzi. It's a Mapatazzi.
Yeah.
I don't know what those look like. I'm sorry.
There you go. Ovaries.
You
I'm
have
an
two
adult
children.
virgin.
You have
I'm
two
an
children.
Did you just seriously say that?
Yeah, virgin.
Ooh, thick love.
Right, more questions. I'm enjoying this. Come on now.
Oh, we getting drunk?
No, this is actually
No,
just
it's-
normal
Oh.
water.
Damn it! I got excited for a second.
Sorry, I just did the adult virgin.
Don't make Betty lick things. For fuck's
I'm
sake.
an adult virgin.
I'm an adult virgin.
Please don't make Betty lick things.
Okay, shall I ask the Google?
Yes.
Greeky, look.
Yes, my
my
love.
son, my son made me a boat.
Dude, put it in resin.
Aren't you glad that he
Fine.
told you that it's a boat?
It's a fucking awesome boat. Can't you
This
tell
is-
it's a boat?
This is a super cool boat.
It's
I mean,
It's
I'd
a
buy the
boat.
boat.
it's
It's obviously
If
a
I was
boat.
boat shopping,
it's got flames.
It's got all the amenities like flames and boats.
Yeah.
Papa, you wait till your kid gives you a boat.
And
Come on.
I'll be very proud of it. Like, you know, I know.
You'll show people on the internet. Just you wait.
Hmm. I have my kids' paintings like behind my head.
I have returned.
Welcome, Era.
Error! It's pretty error, guys. It's pretty error.
So,
See,
Oh.
those are kids' paintings.
Leggy has another one, and it's supported by Melly, who's
That's pretty.
currently also in my channel. If you could disinvent one thing, what would it be?
Insurance companies.
Ha!
Yeah, they're pretty shit.
Money.
I would.
Money. We'll go back to like having to bring like pelts into fucking mire. Just
Trade services. Like
Yeah.
I can, like I don't
that's
know.
what you do with money. It's just a stand-in for the service of your work.
You guys enjoy my
I
stream? Yeah, you bring a bread over here. I'll send you my address.
I don't particularly love the
I'd be
things that
down.
help people troll and dox people. Like, I don't love those things.
Yeah.
I would definitely invent trolls. Just trolls.
Trolls-
Are the reason why
People
I-
that troll for fun, like, haha, this is funny. That's okay. People that troll maliciously, I don't like that. People that troll
Yeah.
to hurt people and ruin their lives, I'd uninvent that.
Exactly, but then that's also the thing. Like those who do it for fun have no bad intentions, but the ones with bad intentions messed up for the ones with no bad intentions, and that's why I insta ban trolls. I don't give them a chance to bring me down.
No, there's
You're
no.
up here, Era. You're up here, so
Yes,
they couldn't
I am
even,
up there.
They
but
couldn't
when
even
it-
bring you down.
I'm up there, but I have had trolls in my channel, and they brought me from up here all the way down here to the point that I was like, that's it.
It is kind of like
I
a
s-
bad
I
feeling whenever
don't-
that happens.
I
Though.
had a good talk with my mods, and we all like agreed to like don't give them a chance. The first thing they say wrong in my chat is also the only thing they say wrong in my chat because they're out.
I usually just quietly ban them and don't say anything about it, like because for one,
'Cause then
like they want the attention, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you give them no attention, you just go click, click, and fuck off forever.
Click, ban, stick.
Or Betty gets them before I can.
I don't. I'm not a good mod, guys. I don't know what I'm doing.
She's a great mod. She's-
Yeah,
don't
you're a
let-
great
Don't let her
mod.
fool you guys. She's a great mod.
I just talk a lot. I just talk
Yeah.
a lot. So they don't have room to troll, and then they're like, oh, yeah, it's a lot of effort. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Betty, I really like admire how good you are at just like talking to other people. You're just really good at it, like supporting the streamer as well, and then also when you're streaming, the way you talk to your chat.
It's
like,
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
real good.
I
It's
just
not
really,
easy.
admire-
You
Betty
guys do a
single-handedly
great
keeps
job.
my chat alive most of the time.
Yeah.
I've had some good examples. It's not easy. I've found it difficult to talk to myself. It's not,
But are you
it's not
really
easy
talking
doing
to
the streaming
yourself?
thing. Sometimes when I'm streaming and people aren't chatting to me, it's me talking to myself on purpose. But it's okay. I'm getting there. Doing the thing.
It is kind of a.
You're doing great.
I think that's probably one of the hardest things
Ducky.
about streaming is when there's not anyone to really interact with. It makes it like a very uniquely lonely experience. Like
Yeah.
Mm.
because normally if you're just playing video games by yourself, you don't expect to have that, kind of interaction or you're not really
Yeah.
wanting it. You're just playing games.
Yeah.
But if you're streaming and you're streaming to an empty room, you're streaming to, a bunch of lurkers, which I love lurkers, don't get me wrong. But when there's nobody to interact with, it does feel more lonely than if you're just playing video
Yep.
games by yourself.
Yep.
And that
When
can be
you're,
tough. So we greatly appreciate the Bettys of the world that come in and just
Mhm.
fucking rock our chat.
100%.
It's one of the reasons why I, when I'm not streaming and I have some time to hang around on Twitch, I love to just join random channels that I haven't been before and just drop a dad joke or whatever, because you know, obviously it's just fun to do because I love dad jokes, but it you can actually see it livens up someone who is just sitting there like, you know, with a bit of anxiety, like, oh god, am I doing well? I'm not getting responses. You know the type, right? And we've all been there. And something like that can just, you know, maybe it'll only last for 5 minutes, but it'll give him a little boost to, you know, go on. And I enjoy doing that, you know. It's a simple way to give back.
Well, Papa, you did that to me. That's how
That's
I
how we
you.
met, yeah.
That's how we met. Is popped into my chat and said some kind of dad joke, which I forgot now.
The Labracadabrador one.
Yep.
Aww.
Labracadabra.
Adorable.
Yep.
I wrote that on a post-it note because I thought that was so cute that I had to write it down. But yeah, that's how I met you, and it livened me up. So yeah, I mean that's fantastic. I love that you do that.
Yep. What kind of dog can do magic? A Labracadabrador. I mean,
A Labracadabrador.
take it home with you.
A Labracadabrador.
It still gets Ducky to this day.
Yeah.
It's kind of
just
weird that
so
like
cute.
I don't know, like I can't. My memory is pretty bad. Like I can't like specifically remember like how I met everybody.
Sorry.
I don't. Does anybody remember how like I met Betty when I was on Discord showering.
You can't remember how you met me, Greg.
Oh,
You
I
can't.
remember that.
Sure.
I was showering
Everybody
on
knows.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were in the shower and I was yelling at you to wash your balls.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
Speaking
that.
of, if you're not in the Discord already,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
Join the- Stuff
Yeah.
like that happens.
No,
um,
the TOS version is it was your birthday stream, and the lovely
Yes.
people of Ducky's community said, "Oh, Greek, come and meet Greek," and I was like, "Totally, that's great."
meet this guy.
What does he do? And they're like, Minecraft. I'm like, that sounds amazing.
He's a 31-year-old man that plays Minecraft.
I'm like, I don't know how to play Minecraft. Still don't.
I have to
Spoiler
say,
alert.
what you just said, Greek, that is a thing that is actually, like, we're always talking about the negative side of how society is changing. This is a thing that I notice is actually a positive change to society, which I would love to point out. Let's say 10 years ago, you would laugh if you would see like a 30-something-year-old guy playing video games. Like, haha, you know, he has no life. Nowadays, everyone's like, oh, that's cool. You know, it's accepted, and I like that.
Yep. Or Dungeons and Dragons got all mainstream all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, I need to find a DM, and I'm like, don't talk to me.
We
I've been playing D&D for
I
like
believe
20
we
years. Can you please not? Don't
we
ask
we
me.
grazed this topic before, so you brought it up yourself. So I'm gonna put this on you, Greek. We should
cut off a little bit.
We should
These guys,
D&D.
all these peoples.
Yeah, we should.
Should we
I
do a
agree.
D&D
It's
stream?
fun. I want to bring
I've
back my
never
orc.
played D&D before, but I talk a
Who's
lot.
DMing though?
You are.
It's you, Greeky. You're the master.
Master
Well,
puppet.
to come
It's fine.
back to the question how you guys met each
Yeah.
other.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, I remember I was bored like hell, and I was on Twitch like and just chatting and checking on who was live, and I scrolled all the way down, and suddenly I saw I'm new here. I was like, who the hell? I opened it, and there was Dux. Like she was,
Aww.
I think she was streaming like around 30-40 minutes in, and I joined in.
Mhm.
And I started talking to her, and before I even know, I was mod, and that's how it started. Then I met, I think, Rex. Not sure about who I met first, Rex, and then that's how I met Melly, then Greek, and then Betty, and then Papa I met him like in Ducky's stream.
Yep.
Papa just showed up in my Minecraft server one day and then built the best fucking house in it. I'm like, God.
Just laying down some like Minecraft knowledge.
Just started
Yeah.
out. I'm like, oh, there's a mansion over there. Where did that come from?
Papa,
Who's
I feel
Papa?
like whatever you do, Papa, you do it well. I feel like you're just one of those people that like you don't ever do something poorly. Like you always do it the best you can.
Well, I mean, thank you first and foremost. But funny enough, we're all sometimes putting our souls bare, and talking about what hurts us and anxiety and all that. This is actually my topic, the one that you just that you just hit, because that is really both a blessing and a curse. I am a perfectionist, and sometimes that's great, because it's useful. But it actually brought me to my first burnout when before I was working at the company that I'm working now. I was working at another company where I had the same thing, and I had a boss that just preyed on that, and that ran me right into a burnout. And that takes a couple of years to get out of. Like, the initial phase is just half a year, and then you can come out, and then it takes like 3 years to sort of get back on track. And I'm back on track, and I'm finally starting to realize that being a perfectionist isn't always the best thing to do. But as you see, there's a lot of things. I do something, and I notice that I'm doing more than I should. So it's a blessing and a curse, really. So yeah, that's my thing.
No, I can completely understand that. I myself I'm a perfectionist as well. Definitely when it comes to like schoolwork, and I try to, and like appearance as well. It's something that I've had to kind of be really aware of and try to like rein back, because it's something that can just I can just become completely just like frozen, because I can't move forward, because I need to make everything perfect before I go forward. And so it's just something I've had to kind of be very aware of and consciously be like, no, I need to let that go, and just things don't have to be perfect,
That sounds good for you, though, Ducky. Sounds good for you.
Yeah, definitely. Take care of yourself.
That's also the reason why I say so many times, like, it's all good now, just move along in your chat. When
Yeah,
when
yeah.
your sound or like your cam and stuff, like, you start like doing just stuff to the point that it's like, no, Dux, just stop it. It's all fine. Just go on now.
Yeah, just chill. Yeah, definitely. I can definitely start to get like that as well. Yeah. Perfectionism is a struggle. I think a lot of streamers probably struggle with that as well. Perfectionism.
For some reason, I'm not sure what the English word for it is. Papa will definitely know this word, slaughtervos. I just take something. I take
Totally.
something, I throw it, and it seems to work out for me every time. So, like,
It's,
I have no perfection in me. It's raw power.
There's not really a word for that in English.
No, I don't think so either. Like,
No.
it's just I'm a mess.
Yeah.
Hey, we love our messes.
Exactly. Like, I just do. Like, for example, the word, like the texting on my screen now is definitely not like correct. Like, I see, like, my girlfriend has it on the big screen in the living room. Like, Papa has like the word like almost perfectly on his name, and Betty has like it's almost this size.
I
this
gotta
big
look.
screen. So yeah, I just take something, I just toss it at the screen, and it works.
Yeah, hope it sticks.
Yeah.
As a quick in between, I got God's Reign in my channel right now, and he wants you to know, Ducky, that you made it to the front page of Twitch on his side.
Wait,
What now?
What?
You made it to the front page of Twitch on his side. Like, the Twitch front page is a personalized experience, right? Depending on what that person views and
Oh
whatnot.
yeah.
You actually made it to his front page, so that means that you're doing well.
Nice. I don't know who you're
Nice.
referring to. I'm guessing Ducky.
No, it was Ducky. Ducky is on
Nice.
on his front page. So yeah.
Good job, Dux.
Oh, well, wonderful. Well, hello. God's Reign, I think you were just in my chat, so thank you for pointing that out. Yay, that's exciting. By
That's
the
always-
way,
Anxiety. That's a funny thing, right? Because this is a thing I think, unless you're streaming or you hang around streamers a lot, this is a thing that a lot of people don't realize, and it's not bad that they don't. But when you're a streamer, like you obviously you run into a certain anxiety moments, right? Even when you're not someone that has issues with anxiety in their personal life, that moment that you press a button, go live, is you have to perform, right? You have to be good on cam even. And even though we're streamers and you get used to it and you just hang out and you have fun and there's like 40 people watching you, you're like, it's fine. we all have our limits, and something like this, if someone would tell me like, hey, you get 1,000 viewers, you're on the main page, I don't know. That does something to me.
Yeah, right.
And that is something that some people don't seem to realize sometimes, and not calling that's a bad thing. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're not professionals at all. We act like them,
Right,
but
yeah. So true. We're just people in our rooms,
Yeah.
like with cameras on, talking to them. That's what we are.
Right. Oh, I just had like a weird. You just brought me back to reality for a second. Like, ugh, don't do that. Don't bring. I was like, oh yeah, I am just sitting in my room.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I honestly, I kind of forget where I am because I'm so invested into like what's going on here and like what's going on in the
Yeah.
chat. Like, I almost forget like what time it is and like because I can't really see any windows. I'm like cramped in the corner here, and I just kind of. It's weird. Do you guys do that? Do you kind of just like disappear into
Yeah.
streaming?
yeah.
Not
Mhm.
particularly in streaming, but I have this like the past 20-25 days. I have that with Rust. I just turn Rust on and
Yeah.
I'm done. Like
I saw
let's
Rust
say,
half off too.
like let's say I start playing the game at noon, and suddenly it's oh no.
Who did we lose? Oh, Betty had to go.
Yeah, Betty had to go.
All right.
Betty said she got called in for more. Oh wait, that's not Betty at all.
Yeah. She got called in
Hang on.
for extra tests.
More stuff. Yeah.
So, yeah, the thing is, like, I start playing the game at noon, and suddenly it's midnight, and I'm still like, oh shit, it's dark outside. What the fuck happened there?
You blink twice and the day's gone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all struggling to put the
There we go.
words back into where they
Done.
need to be.
We did it.
We did it, guys. Ooh, it
Hashtag
looks
professional streamers.
professional. We look so professional, guys. Look at us. Oh, where did Greeky go?
You're not gonna go, alright,
Back
Greek.
out of this call. I'm gonna
I'll be right back. I got
All right.
pee.
All right.
No, but that's really where it's at. You know, at the end of the day, we are just ordinary people who love to like create content and share it. Like for me, the whole reason why I went into streaming was because I noticed that in contrast to a lot of other people in channels, I just enjoy when I'm in someone's channel. I enjoy participating, chatting, just being active. That's what I enjoy. And I figured, well, if I like doing that anyways, why not start streaming? Because then I have a legitimate reason to do so. Because I don't want to hog the chat, you know, when I'm in someone's channel. I can really enjoy myself, but you don't want to be that guy, right? And if you're a streamer, you're actually allowed to do it because you're the one that creates the content.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I feel really paranoid whenever I chat in other people's chat because I don't want to make it about like me. I want to make it all about them.
Oh yeah.
hmm
When they're like, so you know, they're talking about like that they have like a new emoticon, and you're like, oh, I got one too, which implies that you're a streamer, and you know, etc. So you don't want to imply that, so you don't want to talk about your emote either, but you're very happy with it. That's recognize.
Yeah.
it.
I'm just the kind of guy that just sneaky promotes himself. In
Really?
some weird way, yeah. Like if like I join a channel and we start talking and stuff, and then they realize that I also stream, and then I just start talking about what I stream and stuff. And at that time, I'm already sneaky promoing myself. So that's my thing.
All right, that's cool.
Well,
I can't help it though.
it's not a bad thing. Like, you know, it's also part of your enthusiasm, right? I don't want to like self promote in the sense that I jump into someone else's channel and be like, you know, there you go, this is me.
Yeah.
But it's not wrong to talk about the fact, like, you know, well, in my stream this and this happened, and thereby implying that you're also a streamer. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I mean, I think some streamers are okay with it and others aren't. Like, I know I'm perfectly fine with people doing that in my chat. I love when people, because it would be, we're on Twitch, and lots of people stream on Twitch. So, like, it'd be weird to not talk about, you know, streaming there. But I think some other streamers aren't a huge fan of it, so, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. I think you guys are cool with it as well. So.
It's another way where I notice that is sometimes when you join someone's Discord, most streamers that that I'm friends with, or that I consider my friends, also have a section where you can promote your own stream. Now, for me, it's not mandatory that it's there in order to be friends, because it's an extra, not mandatory. But it ties in with that. It's that sort of like level of we're all in this together, and that's what I like. And whenever someone is like, no, it's about me. There's this streamer which I followed for a little while until she like sort of emerged and started doing the stuff that I don't like people doing on Twitch. You know the type, right? She was just starting out and she was very kind and all that, and then she got a little bit of a following, and all of a sudden she transformed into one of those girls. Unfortunately. Now her Discord to this day, because I only recently just left the Discord as well, was all about her. There was no room whatsoever. If someone actually posted the clip from someone else's channel in her clips channel, she got all like fed up and be like, no, this is my clip channel. I don't get that.
Wrong. That's wrong.
It's a decision. I just don't like hanging around people like that.
Completely agreeing on that.
And Stupid Account just brought up something.
Oh.
Stupid Account just said, what if someone came on your stream and said, hey guys, come over to my stream now, so you lose viewers. Yeah, see, I don't.
Report.
Yeah, see, I don't like when people say, like, hey guys, come over to my stream now. It's one thing to kind of talk about it, like, oh yeah, I did a stream today and it was really good and we did this and blah blah. But I think the, hey guys, come over to my stream is kind of different. You know what I mean? Do you guys agree?
I unfortunately I don't have the following to do what my feeling would say that I would do, because if I had 1,000 people watching me, I would actually go there and just fuck their stream up. But you need a couple. Yeah, you need a couple of people for that. So
I had one guy that came into my stream, like I was at 5 viewers, and he started promoting his stream. So I was like, hold up, you're banned. And then I went to his channel, and he had like 25 or almost 30 viewers. And I was like, the fuck, you come to a 5-viewer channel to promote your 30-viewer channel. That's just wrong.
yeah,
That's just, I mean, that's a dick move.
I don't get it either. Like, what would you like in the like best case scenario? What would you get out of that? 2 viewers? That's absolute best case, and probably none. But I don't get that. No, why?
That's I mean, that's a dick move in my opinion. Like, you got like sneaky promotion, and then you got it that way, and that way is just not right. I mean, that's basically everything that is wrong with Twitch at the moment. Like, you can't not really report them for it, because there is no real option for it.
It's not.
And
No, it's not that it's not allowed, right?
Yeah, I mean, it happens like a lot, and it's mostly like big channels promoting themselves in small channels, like trying to like swallow up the smaller channels.
Yeah. Now, and especially when there's such a difference, like that's weird. But just don't do it at all, right? Doesn't matter how large of a channel you are. If you want to self-promote, there are so many ways that you can do, which are effective. Other than just come into someone else's stream and then trying to hog the action there.
Right. What's up? What are we doing here?
Are we doing the thing? Are we collectively looking at our phones for some reason? Like, this is your average dinner party nowadays, right?
Like, I got my
Yeah,
phone
I know,
over here,
right?
so.
I played a game with a couple of friends actually. There's like a little app that you can download for it as well. When you go out for dinner with people, you tell everyone to take out their phone and just put them on one big pile on top of each other. The first one to grab their phone pays the bill.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
I've heard
wonderful.
That before.
It works. It works.
That's a great one.
And once no one has done that, then at the end you just split the bill, obviously. But it works.
Sorry, messaging the man candy.
You know what's coming now.
Oh no, phone slave. Type.
Everyone's typing quick. And I'm like trying to quietly type, but I have a mechanical keyboard, and unfortunately those make like a racket when you're typing.
Yeah. Melly, I'm too late.
So do we have more questions? Did I miss any actually? Hang on.
Well, I can always ask the Google. The
I
gaggle.
haven't had any question in my chat, so
Back.
Welcome back, group.
Welcome back.
We were just
Welcome
talking
back,
about you.
Oh no.
I love saying that
All
to
good.
people. People always go like,
All good things.
By the way,
obviously.
Greek.
Yes,
Sorry
man.
to interrupt. Rise Against. I've seen that group live.
I was going to. I had tickets. I had 4 tickets to the Rise Against Linkin Park show, and then Chester Bennington broke his leg, and they canceled the tour.
That sucks though. But I've seen them. I think last year or 2 years ago. I'm not sure.
I like Rise Against. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have
Oh.
I have a suggestion for something that we can do.
Yeah.
So it's just a little quick thing, and I like doing this with people in real life. So I thought, why not do it if we're all video chatting?
Okay.
So try to laugh without smiling.
Oh God, no, please.
That took all my effort, dude.
Hold on.
No, sorry.
You fucking nightmare fuel. Jesus, stop.
I love doing that because it always like ends in people actually laughing. Anyway, so there's that. Let
We
me
can
ask.
surfing the internet some more.
We're gonna ask the Google. Okay. Or should we just talk about something about our like streaming? Do you guys
Such-
want to talk more about Twitch? Because it seems like that's
Sure.
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
that we
we'll
were
do
really
that.
kind of clicking with. We're kind of vibing to it.
Well, it's always why we're here, right? I mean,
Yeah. So, what do you guys think is something that works well on your channel that you like?
well, with,
So,
What do you
as an as an example, like on my stream, one thing that I like a lot is the stream playlist. Like people contributing to the permanent stream playlist, and it's gotten a little out of hand. I think I need to crop out like about 100,000 songs, but it's a really interesting thing because you get lots of different music, and everybody gets to contribute.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a stream list or something, so I would have to go with marbles, because I see like when I play marbles, it connects with people. People connect with me, so
That is cool. I haven't ever tried marbles, so
It's
it's,
pretty good.
it's chill. The
Yeah.
reason why I like marbles so much is just simply because it doesn't ask a lot of you as a streamer, and your chat is like actually interacting with you. Instead of you have to like almost fish interaction, they just automatically interact, like having a little competitions under like with each other and with me. So that's what makes it fun for me.
yeah. And I think that's part of the reason. Like, I'm a huge fan of first-person shooter games. Like I played lots of Call of Duty and Rainbow Six and all that, but like,
Overwatch?
I don't stream them because I can't put that much focus into a game
Yeah,
and also give attention to chat.
yeah.
So,
Same here.
yeah. What about you, Ducky? What's something that you love about your stream?
Definitely
Us.
the chat.
The chat.
Yeah, exactly, Papa. The chat. I don't know. I feel like everyone who ends up coming into the stream is just so great, and I feel like everyone in the chat ends up being just so accepting and welcoming, and I don't know. Like everyone in the chat ends up being just fantastic. I think the chat makes my stream. So if it
Yeah.
weren't for them, like honestly,
I get that. Yeah.
I think it's definitely the best thing, for sure. And because it just ends up feeling like we're all hanging out, you know,
Yeah.
like we're just
Yeah.
all in the same place, just chilling. Definitely the chat.
I think for me, I'm still. I mean, I've created my Twitch account 5 years ago, and that was not to stream; it was just to have an account here because I wanted to have like a little icon.
Mm-hmm.
And I started streaming about 2 years ago for a very short period of time. Then I took a long sabbatical, and I really got back into it in April of this year, and I've been doing it ever since now. So I'm still semi-new, right? And I have a feeling in terms of like getting interaction with my chat and building a community, I'm still getting my feet wet, I believe is the right term to say it.
Yeah.
it's I got a couple of ideas, but it has to be like a good blend. And at some point, you notice that something clicks, and then you move on forward with that. I had that with Twitch Syncs for a while. That I noticed like, oh, this is something that really works for my channel, but you don't want to do that all the time.
Yeah.
So that worked for me very briefly, and this is one of those, of course, but just straight up being yourself is a really good thing to do on your channel. Like, don't come on here with a mask like, hey, we're gonna do happy and whatnot. You do that on your first couple of streams, and then you sort of notice like, this is costing me way too much effort, and everyone is like, yeah, you're like all the others. Just be yourself. That actually builds a community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just being completely genuine is definitely, because people can tell. They can tell. And like, I mean, I know some days I've started streaming and I wasn't feeling it, or I was feeling sad or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's the perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Ryan, cool. Thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to Ducky Flock.
Can anyone clip anyone on any of the channels? Can someone clip that? That was worthy of clippage.
That's the
Anyway,
other thing.
Ryan, what's your favorite color? I'll change the color of the lights. I'm sorry.
When you feel
but
terrible, when you
anyway.
feel sad, when you're like,
Thank you very much. Yes. But getting back to the sadness.
We
bellissimo.
should all do it for Ryan. Let's all do it for Ryan.
Yep.
That's the first time Ryan's gonna get
Yep.
all
Oh
for
my
it.
god. Yeah, Ryan, that was a whole lot of hip thrust just for you.
Somebody's singing
But
that.
anyway,
And I'm not
but
wearing
yeah.
pants.
Oh, Ryan, that's all for you. But yeah, so there have been days that I've been kind of off or not really feeling streaming, or I've been sad, and afterwards I've gotten messages like, Ducky, are you alright? Like, you're okay? And I've had like lower viewer counts and stuff like that. People can tell.
Mhm.
People
Yep.
notice. when you're not-
Yeah, people do notice.
Yeah.
And I think like for me, like not streaming when I'm feeling like that really isn't an option, because then I just wouldn't stream. With all my health stuff going on lately, it's like just in a terrible place. And part of what helps a lot is streaming, like just coming on and talking to friends and having a good time. And
And
So-
even if there's just one person, like that is my goal. Whenever I turn Twitch on, is like as long as there's one person in there, and even like when there's a little while where there's none. But if there's one person jumping in there and being like, "Hey, hello," then I'm fine. That's all I need.
right.
By the way, Papa, your mic does keep going in and out. I'm not sure if maybe you should lower your sensitivity, or
What?
is it working, or is it happening to you guys as well?
Yeah, I could hear it as well.
Really?
Like it cuts out sometimes.
Yeah, it cuts out occasionally. I was gonna just mention that right before Ducky got it.
Quack,
Quack.
quack.
I will have a look at that. Hang on.
No problem. So what's
Maybe a noise gate.
does
possibly?
anyone have
Nah,
like
I don't think so.
anyone have any horror stories about technical difficulties?
Every time I turn on the button.
And how
my-
how did you cope with it as well?
My
So-
Twitch horror story was when I first started. When I first started streaming like on my PC, because I did a little bit of streaming like a long time ago off of my Xbox. But when I first started streaming off of my PC, I had everything open in my Discord. Like my Discord link was open. The Discord channel that I would chat with people in while I was streaming was open. There was no limit to like how long people had to be in the channel or anything like that. And I was playing Apex Legends, and there was just like a group of 10 people that hopped into my Discord and then jumped into my voice chat and started like throwing out racial slurs and just being the worst human beings you could possibly think of. So I had to end stream. I go on my Discord. They'd filled my Discord with like gore, just awful stuff. I just deleted my Discord, and then I put it back up and put a bunch of moderator settings and stuff like that. It was pretty horrible. Yeah.
Did that affect like next time you started streaming? Were you afraid
No,
of it
no.
happening again, or?
No, I just locked it all down and started streaming again the next day.
Yeah, all right, go
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let a bunch of like teenagers ruin my fun.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, it was pretty awful. And then a couple
Sounds
of them clipped it, and for a while there, it was real difficult to delete clips off your channel.
Yeah.
So there was just clips on my channel where I'm like, having to listen to this crap. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. I
Yeah,
think-
that was the
No.
worst.
Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm done.
I think the most recent horror thing I had with streaming and technical difficulty was I think last week. Yeah, last week when COD Modern Warfare came out. Like I knew my Elgato had issues with sound and shit, but I thought like, yeah, well, I'll start like early that day and I'll just try to figure it out all. And at 7 p.m. I realized that nothing whatsoever would work. So I had planned out like the entire weekend streaming and stuff. Like I was about to do almost a 24-hour stream just playing COD. And nothing worked, and I was so bummed about it. Like I tried everything, and Elgato was just like, "Nope, we're not doing this." So that's my most recent horror thing. Like,
How was
I
Call of
planned
Duty, by the way?
It's not bad. It's surprisingly good, but I discovered that I'm at the age that COD is the best for me.
Yeah, I think once you get like past a certain age, like you're absolutely no
Yeah.
longer ever going to be good at that game again.
Yeah,
Because like I remember like when Call of Duty 4, I just demolished everyone. It was great.
Same here.
And now when I play Call of Duty, it's like, oh, all
Yeah.
these youngins, all
Yeah.
these youngins are wrecking my face.
They're 0.2% quicker than you are on the draw, and that's
Yeah.
so annoying.
Got that
I
youthful.
remember
Yeah,
when back
they
in
got
the
those-
days, like I remember back in the days of Black Ops 1, I was in the top 50 of the world. And
Whoa.
yeah, so I was that good that if it wasn't for my ex-girlfriend, I would probably be living in LA right now, living up the lives of, like, say, Phase 7 and stuff, like the Phase Clan and Optic Clan shit. And now, with the new Call of Duty, it's supposed to be like back in the days, like it should feel like it as well. And I realized like I'm slow, I'm getting wrecked. Basically, I think I've played 4 hours in total, and I don't think I've had one game with a positive KD.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm getting slapped around there, and that's why I discovered like Call of Duty isn't my thing. So I dived into Rust. That's even worse. That's just, like I'm on a server and there's one dude that he just needs 1 second, not even a second, and he headshots you. And I'm sitting there like aiming, counting for where the wind comes from, and by the time I finally got him in my scope, I'm already on my back.
Yeah, I heard Rust has a lot of problems with people hacking too. So.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's legit. He's actually legit. Like, he has around 5k hours on the game, so he's legit.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And I'm there with 200 hours in 20 days trying to headshot him. Even when he doesn't expect me, I miss him.
Kind of back on the subject of streaming. Like, what do you guys think is like the biggest area that you could improve in, like on your stream?
Person on stream. Like, I need a whole different. I don't have the cup size to be huge on Twitch. So
That's a terrible attitude.
I'm getting there, but I'm a
Yeah.
bit too hairy.
Dougie's like,
Excuse me.
no, I think the ones that I could improve in as a new streamer, I dived into because perfectionist and also the fact that I love doing it. So I went full layout queen. Basically, I put so much effort into that to make it mine. So I'm satisfied with that right now. I think the most obvious one is time, and that is just, you know, the unfortunate side of being an adult and having responsibilities, is that I don't have enough time to actually put as much effort into it as I sometimes want to. So that would be the number one. Tying into that, something that I can improve still is sort of like consistency. I noticed that I'm still looking for, okay, so what do I really want to do as a streamer? Because I'm playing this game, then I'm doing just chatting, then I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and the variety of it is fun, but sometimes you do need to stick with something to get more viewers in, and I've noticed that that is something that I need to improve.
yeah, like I've a on that note, like I've watched a lot of really good variety streamers, and a lot of them I liked a lot, but there's always that point where they start playing a game and they'll maybe play this game for like a month or two,
Mhm.
and I just absolutely hate watching the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even though I love the streamer,
Yep.
I'm not gonna go watch it. Like if I'm not enjoying myself, I'm not gonna go watch it. So like on my stream, like I do focus primarily on Minecraft, and so people know that when I'm live, I'm probably playing Minecraft. I do like throwing up Jackbox every once in a while because it's one of the most fun things for viewer interaction.
Agreed.
That's
Yep.
always good. And you meet a lot of new people with that too, because people are just searching for random lobbies to play it,
Yep.
right?
Right. Yeah.
Because they don't have to buy a game. It's great. I already bought all the games. What about you, Doug? What's something that?
That I
Did
think.
you- Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
definitely,
new
I think
PC.
that- I do. Well, that, but I also think just like the layout. My whole layout is just it's always kind of messy. So I definitely need to work on that. And now that
I can
Uni
help.
started, oh Papa, please, because I,
Papa, please.
oh Papa, please.
Say that again, and I'm butter.
Can you hear? Oh God, I thought you were talking about Yentl.
Nope.
Can you hear me? Of course.
Not what he was talking about at all.
Nope. Yeah, definitely layout, and I think now that Uni has started streaming, kind of finding the right time for me to stream, when I can be my full Ducky self, and not just like, and I don't know, probably having more like stuff for the viewers on the stream, like giveaways. I never really done a giveaway, and stuff like that. Yeah,
I
just
think-
like prizes and stuff.
Giveaways are a difficult topic.
Yeah.
Because on one
Yeah,
side, I want to do that for the viewers that do come in. On the other side,
Yeah.
we all know you do a giveaway, you put it in the title, like there's a giveaway today. You'll have 20 viewers, I guarantee you, and they're all there
Yeah.
like, "Hi, I don't care, give me my stuff."
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was gonna say too. Giveaways are kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like you said, you really want to give back to your community. And I've done a couple contests, and both times I did the contests, it was something that people had to engage with. So like I did a clip contest where I would pick my top 5 favorite clips that were done in that month, and then
That's cool.
we would vote on whoever won, and Melly won that one. Yeah, Melly had like 3 of the top 5 clips. But that way it encourages people to hang out and engage, as opposed to, like you said, if you just do a giveaway where it's like, if you enter it, you have a chance to win, then you'll just have a bunch of people in there that are just there for giveaways, and
Yep.
that's not really
Yeah.
what you want either.
No, you want consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that like I want to do a giveaway to increase viewer count or anything. It's just that I don't want my chat to be flooded with a bunch of people that don't even know me or the community, or
Yeah.
Yeah, that just come in for the free stuff.
yeah, they just want free shit.
No, I completely get that.
Otherwise, I think everybody knows me. I'd probably go crazy with fucking giveaways. Oh, mom's credit card. Boop, boop, boop.
Mom's credit card, of course. Yes.
Charge it.
I just really want to make sure that I give back to my community. I think that's something I
Yeah.
need to work on.
Oh, and
like
you do.
star
No, but you do,
perks
Ducky.
and
Like,
stuff
holy
that.
shit, you
Oh,
do.
You definitely do.
Yeah, you do special streams. You do anyone that comes in that is a streamer, you automatically you give a shout out. You give back a lot, Ducky. You do.
Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot.
Melly cancels mom's credit card. You can't cancel mom's credit card, Melly. It's not real. It's a joke. It's my debit card. That's the secret. But nobody clipped that.
What about you, Air?
I would say definitely schedule. like I just stream randomly. Like let's say like right now, I never announced it. I just like, shit, that was today. Hey, let's go. So I need to find like a good schedule and having days in a week that I stream. I think that's the only thing that I really can think of right now to improve. Because I improved like lighting, cam, mic. I've been messing around with my layout. It's not good. Like I need a frame around shit, but that's the only thing I want to change about
You
my
can get some
layout.
pretty good free ones, honestly.
Yeah.
Or Papa.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, but let's say that's the only thing I would change about the stream itself. It's like now I got like a free one, but I added it because there was like Twitter and shit on it, and I didn't want to do that because my Twitter is not really safe for work. It's not that there's sport or something. It's just let's say that I go off on everything and everyone that seems to do wrong to me. So I didn't want to promote that, and now it's just black with a little bit green over it, and I think that's the thing that I want to change about it. For the rest, it's just schedule.
Yeah,
Finding the
schedule
right
is pretty
days.
important. And I struggle with that too. Like I have a schedule, but I struggle with sticking to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I'll have those days where it's just absolutely like I'm not turning on the camera. I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Right. And then your community would know that you
Yeah.
aren't feeling
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
So what's the
Right.
point? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think for me, yeah, I mean, sticking to my schedule will be good. Or maybe I've been debating reducing it from 3 days down to 2, just so that way I can more consistently stick with the 2,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then also be able to keep up with the house stuff too. But the other problem that I think I have is that like Minecraft is such a insanely saturated like channel on Twitch. So I really need to work on making like YouTube videos and getting those out there because YouTube's actually searchable, and then trying to bring people back from YouTube to Twitch. That's probably the next thing I need to work on. But then I got to learn video editing, which me and Ducky are going to do together.
Yeah, can we? Can we,
Yeah,
Gricky? Let's do
For
it.
sure. Yeah.
If I can put my 2 cents in for video editing, by the way, I mean you can obviously start anywhere, but I can highly recommend to get into any of the Adobe products, kind of depending on what, like if you want to do actual video editing or if you want to do like special effects, because Adobe has 2 very specialized packages for those, but those are by far the easiest to get into.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Skillshare, Melly.
Right, yeah, Skillshare. Oh my gosh. See, okay. Maybe I should talk to Skillshare because I would happily talk about Skillshare every single stream.
Skillshare is
because
really cool.
It is
actually.
really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skillshare sponsor. Hit up your girl.
I want to get a Skillshare sponsor. It's something I can stand behind.
I was gonna say they need to sponsor you because, good lord, you talk about it every single stream.
Then
It's
why
just
do they
a-
need to
it's-
sponsor?
I know, right?
They're already getting the advertisement.
Right? We don't need to give her money to talk about it. She's just gonna talk about it.
You can do some reverse psychology on that. Like, you can start giving me money, or I'm not gonna talk about you guys anymore.
Yep, you gotta.
Yeah, we
He was
missed all of
silent.
that.
He was
All of it.
silent for all of it, Papa.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
I really need to
Yeah,
look at my
just-
microphone.
Papa, just pull a me and go like this. Just put your
Like,
whole
Hey.
fucking mouth.
Get really close to the
Just get in there. Get in
Hey,
there.
Just let's all get close to the mics.
I'm always close.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How's it
This is like the first time I did a foursome in ASMR. This is
Wait, what? This is your first time?
that we have a foursome in ASMR.
We gotta
I like
switch
to
the
give-
stream tags.
I like to give my microphone, what do they call it?
Butterfly
Eskimo kisses?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Eskimo kisses.
And Roman's like, and I'm out.
All right, this just got weird.
Godrand just said Twitch just became a sex hotline.
Yeah,
Pretend-
it really
pretend
has.
he doesn't see.
It's okay, guys. Just clipped it. You can watch it later.
Yeah,
fine.
there you go. Just
Get
put it
up
on
right
repeat.
after.
Watch it later.
Oh, and the viewers went up. I don't know.
What?
What? That's a question. Do you guys watch or do you like look at your viewer count while you're streaming?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
I leave it off and I occasionally turn it on. Like,
Okay.
oh, okay.
I look at it. I don't. It's more of like a background statistic for me. I don't act on it. If it suddenly drops to 3, then it will drop down to 3. That's fine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Suddenly, this is a
Yeah.
strip stream.
Yeah, but that brings it back to what we talked about earlier, like having no one in your chat talking, like you're streaming for an empty room. So from one side, like right now I'm at 3 viewers. I'm excited about it. I'm happy with 3 viewers. Like I wouldn't want any more, but if it drops to 0 now, I'm just talking to you guys in front of an empty room. So that would drag me down, but. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
look at it sometimes. But only if there's a little bit of interaction. If
Yeah, I
there's
think
not,
that's the thing, too.
I just pretend that screen, like on the left side here, the OBS screen, is not there.
I think it's better to hide the viewers and just pay attention to interaction. I think that's probably the better way of doing it. Even though it is nice to know the metric, I also kind of left. Damn it! I read chat, and my brain was just like, meh.
Don't do 2 things at the same time, Greeky.
Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Good chat.
Very solid point, Greek. I'm
Yeah,
totally
no,
glad
I
you
was.
brought
I'm
that
Yeah.
up.
right up
We
there.
were all thinking it, you know. So no, but I kind of get what you guys were saying about it's all about the interaction and not so much how many people are on your stream. Is that what you're all saying, pretty much?
Yeah, I guess that's the point that I was getting at. Is I like to hide it and then, just pay attention to the interaction with chat, and then it's kind of nice to go back and actually see.
Sorry. Eyes of a hunter.
Thank you so much, buddy.
This is the unique stream that you get 4 hip thrusts every time somebody follows.
Yes.
Guys, just unfollow and refollow. It's fine. It's free to do.
priceless.
It costs you nothing, and she's contractually obligated to do that.
Yes.
But let her know what your favorite color is, and she'll change the
Yeah.
color of the lights for you.
Yeah. Be an asshole. Say she has to put it on food.
Just say black. Just off.
Wait,
I just
no,
want
it's
them
not-
off.
No, so-
We don't want to see nothing.
Okay, so in Eyes of a Hunter said, what kind of interaction do you guys like/want?
Oh
As
my.
far as from the community, honestly, I like just people like asking me about the game or asking about my day or just talking to each other. Personally, I like it better when chat is talking to me directly more than just talking to each other, because then I have something to respond to
Yeah.
other than just me kind of reading a conversation. It's not that I don't like that. It's fine. Interaction's still good, but yeah.
Yeah. That's basically the same thing like for me as well.
Yeah,
Ask me
yeah,
what-
definitely.
Ask me
Yeah.
dumb shit. Ask me if I'm wearing pants. Go ahead and ask me. Ask me right now.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
No, but oh wow, that stare.
I think I'm gonna my camera for a second with that stare though.
No, but I completely agree. Like, I love like the random questions. I love when
Yeah.
someone comes in and they're just like, "What would you do if blah blah blah?" I don't know, just like crazy stuff. That's great. Random questions, fantastic. I get what you mean about the conversation. Sometimes when people in the we got a purple, nice color. When people come
That was
in and-
that was the ducky equivalent of like, hey, I'm totally focused. Like, ooh, shiny red ball.
But yeah, anyway, so oof. What was I saying?
I don't know. You did it too.
I
It's
did it too. I looked at
contagious.
the chat. I looked at the chat and it's gone.
Chat blanks your mind.
What was I gonna say?
It's okay.
What kind of interaction you want with your chat?
Yeah. I think you were talking about conversations
Oh.
in chat.
Yeah, okay, so when people are like having conversations with each other in the chat, there's a part of me that's like, oh, look at them. The community, they all get along with each other. They love it.
Yeah, I
And
like
there's
it too.
another part of it that's like, oh, like when you're hanging out with a group of people and they're all having a conversation and
Yeah.
they're like, oh,
Can
oh,
you start the same. You start the same story.
yeah, but yeah, definitely.
Tell Ducky that's what she was saying. Wait. Sometimes when people come in, that's
Oh.
what you were saying.
Thank you. Who's thank you
That
for
was
whoever.
Betty. It was
Betty. Thank you very much, Betty. I can always rely on you to tell me what I was saying before I
Yeah,
forgot
Betty
what I was
keeps
saying.
immaculate notes. She's amazing.
She is pretty amazing.
And as we're heisting right now, I think I turn off like the gambling and the heisting stuff. That's one thing that like it's kind of goes back to the point of like it's just a bunch of stuff in chat that like I don't read, and it kind of I know it's hurtful and you guys love it. I know you guys love the heist. My viewer count just drops to 0. But yeah, it's just stuff. It's just stuff in the chat that isn't actually chat, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like Ducky, we were talking about the LOL bot that you had.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's kind of
just-
the same thing. It just fills up chat with, and then I miss messages, and I hate missing messages, and I hate not
Mhm.
understanding what's going on. Like, but heist is cool. Oh.
The boy 201042, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Ducky Vlog. It's second lovely to have you here. What's your favorite color?
Please tell her and she'll change the color of the lights for you.
Don't come follow my channel. When people follow, I'm just like, hey.
Ask her to put it on fade or on smooth.
No, yeah, that's a good one too.
I can never keep up.
I don't know what that is gonna do, Error, but that kind of sounded really sexy. Put it on
She
smooth.
flicks the bean and she's mighty keen. What the fuck?
What the hell?
The bean and she's mighty keen. That was better. She flicks the bean and she's mighty keen. It's
I got
something
nothing.
that came out in Valen's stream, which, by the way, if you guys don't know Valen, let's give Valen a shout out.
On that subject, while we're talking about Twitch thingies, do you guys feel that raids and shoutouts are actually effective at like getting people to go to a channel?
Yes.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
I think me personally, it's very rare that I actually gonna go hang out there. Raids, though, raids on the other hand, I always hang out after raid and watch the channel that they raided, and then I'll follow if I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like shoutouts, I don't click on very often.
I mean, they're not the staple of followers that you get, but I've had on numerous occasions shoutouts from, say, Ducky, where I immediately afterwards got a follow. So it happens. Yeah.
It does happen. Yeah, no, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think raids are super effective though.
Yeah.
Because as long as you're taking that like your viewers to someone that you think is kind of like similar to what you do,
Yeah.
Right.
or if it's something that you think that they would like, then those people will most likely show up and maybe stick around and be like, wow, I kind of like this person. I think sometimes people will send their viewers off to someone who is not really similar to what they
Right.
stream, and so people kind of do the whole raid thing and kind of leave, you know.
Yeah, and you'll see that too whenever you're streaming. Like you'll get a raid, like you'll get a 10-person raid, and you'll go up 10, and then 5 minutes later, right back down.
Gone. Yeah.
And so I know like there's a lot of streamers that will actually and like go like full screen and say hey and introduce themselves, you know, that kind of thing. And that's probably a good practice that I should get into at the same time. But yeah, it's really hard to retain those people because most of the time when people are raided, they're just like, okay, my streamer's off. I'm going now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And Betty brought up a good point. Betty said, as a streamer now, which is awesome to hear.
Yeah.
People click me from chatting to me, not so much from shoutouts. Shoutouts work if the streamer takes the time to describe and hype you. Yeah, so to Betty's point, I'd say I got more follows from like when I got shouted out, but I'm also hanging out in that stream and interacting. and then people are like, "Oh, this person's actually really cool. Let me go find that link that was up there," rather than just
Yeah.
just shout out and then alert.
Yeah, and Scud said, I'll click on a shout out if I respect the streamer's opinion and or they give a good description of them when they shout them out.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good best practice is talk about. And then to that point, I think that like I should do this personally is be more picky about who I'm shouting out. Like if I can't describe your stream, I shouldn't be shouting you out.
No, it is a sense of community thing. All right. I like shouting out and rating the people of which I feel that we, even in a loose kind of way, form a community with. I mean, with you guys, I have a feeling of a strong sense of community, right? But there is a couple of other streamers that I don't really share anything with other than the fact that we're both starting streamers. But they're in the same league, and those are the people that I like to rate.
Yeah.
You see, the thing is, like, it depends on what I'm playing. When I'm playing marbles, I prefer to do a raid on other, like, small marble streamers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just to, like marbles itself is still a small community on Twitch, so it's always fun to, like, help each other.
Hunter, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the family.
Just online, then that's the easy way for me, like, I rate you guys. And I think that is also the thing, like, I only do shout outs for the people of my community, like, common community, like you guys as well. Like, rating, I never rate when I'm under 5 people. Like, under 5 viewers, I'd never rate.
I still do.
Like,
Really?
yeah.
I raid pretty much every time.
It's a thing for me, like, if I raid, like, if I bring people into it, I want to make it, like, feelable when I bring them in. Let's say, like, I'm on 3 viewers and I want to rate someone that has 10 or 15 viewers, like, that's barely feelable for them. But if, like, I got 5 or 10 viewers and I go rate someone with 3 viewers, that is extremely feelable for them.
Yeah. No, I agree
Yeah,
with you. Like
also-
I don't usually rate anybody that just because like it doesn't make a difference to them, right? I mean, I'm sure they're probably appreciative of it.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I'm not gonna go raid somebody that has 100 viewers.
Yeah, that's
Right.
It's kind of silly. Unless like I guess the exception would be kind of to Ducky's point is that I really like to try to raid people that are related to what I've been playing. Like if I'm ending the stream and I was playing Jackbox, I like finding random people that are playing Jackbox and raiding because we've already had people that have been playing, and then now you guys don't have to stop playing just because I'm going to bed, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll probably stay. The other kind of best practice thing that I do is after I raid, I like to stay at least for like a half hour or an hour.
Oh yeah.
So usually, like if I'm planning on trying to be done with any computer activities by like 11, I make sure that I'm done streaming by 10 because I'll go raid somebody and I'll hang out there for an hour.
Yeah,
So-
that's the way to do it for sure. By the
Yeah.
way, Scud just asked a question. He said, how do you really feel when you get a raid/host of like 2 viewers?
I like it. I still like getting rated and hosted from people. It just shows that whoever is doing the raid or the host, like I frequently get hosts from people who are just hosting me themselves, and it just shows that they're wanting to promote the stream just a little bit more. Like, and that always feels good. So
Right.
I definitely agree with you because it's definitely like the person saying, I really like what you're doing and I want to support you in every way that I can.
Yeah.
And so that raid, I mean, that's a big deal. You know, people are bringing
Right.
their viewers over to you, even if that's 2
Yeah,
viewers.
they're sharing your
bringing-
friends.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the
that's
viewers
a big
and the
deal.
viewers also know, like, you know, how it works. That's another thing that some people are afraid of. Like, I don't want to raid because, you know, people feel like they're being used as a number. But all viewers know that that is part of how Twitch works. That's fine, you know.
Yeah. The whole concept of raiding, I mean, was designed to keep people on the platform and to give them a place to go, so then they're not. Because I think we've all had that experience on Twitch, and we're kind of scrolling down, and we're like, I don't watch, like nobody's on, and then you're just kind of like raiding. The whole point of raiding is to avoid that. Like, hey, this is a person that I've either viewed before and I really like, and we're gonna go say hi to them, or this is, hey, let's try this person out. I like raids. I think raids in general feel good
Yeah.
from both sides. Getting raids and I like giving and receiving is what I'm trying to say, chat. That's
Right there
Oh
with you.
my.
Oh.
So I have a couple more questions. First, I'll ask the question related to streaming. Pac-Man and then D-Boy, I'll ask your question about PS5. Pac-Man says that when I usually turn on a stream, I often have other computer work I'm working on. So often I am lurking in a stream, listening to it in the background. What are your opinions on lurkers?
Yeah, go away.
No, go ahead, Air. I kind of just talked for like a half hour about nothing. So go ahead.
I honestly appreciate lurkers as much as talkers because they are in the background enjoying what I'm doing, while talkers are in the front enjoying it. So they're both enjoying as much as the other, but like the chatters is just talking while the other ones are just doing stuff in real life while I'm on the background. So I appreciate them as much.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, for sure. Lurkers are great. I feel like I tend to lurk as well when I'm watching Twitch. I'm lurking. Like I'll say things in the chat for like a certain amount of time, but then I just go into lurk mode, and it's genuinely like I'm listening to it in the background. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I can only understand it. As a streamer, I view it the same way as I would as a viewer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And let's face it, like, who are we to say that you are not like allowed to lurk? I mean, that's very pretentious to be like, no, if you're in my channel, you need to chat. No, I would love you to do. You're welcome to, and the interaction is fun for us as well. But no, if you actually took my stream as your background noise, I'm honored.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I agree with you guys on all of that. I like Betty's comment. I can't lurk. It's against my religion.
But that's just Betty, though.
And that's
kinda
how
just
Betty is, and it's great. I think that like some streamers have a problem with calling out lurkers. Like just let them do their thing. Like some people just want to watch. They have social anxiety. People are shy. Like just let them do their thing. And the other thing is that lurkers are literally the only reason why I have an active like community, because without the people that consistently lurk my channel, I would be in the zeros on Minecraft, which means nobody's coming to save me.
Yeah. What?
And that's the thing, like you as a streamer, you absolutely need that initial like viewer count. And Scud,
Yeah.
thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh wait, can I do the thing? Wait, can you?
Something about you, girl, that it makes my head wanna twirl.
Thanks. But without the lurkers, like you're at 0 or 1. Which as a streamer, if you guys are ever trying to stream, don't ever be at 0. Just lurk yourself. It feels a bit like masturbating, but just do it. Just do it anyway.
It's the first step towards actually like getting viewers. Really.
Yeah. 0 is a terrible place to be. So always be at 1. But yeah, those lurkers that hang out and keep your viewer count up are great. I mean, then you get more people, a better chance of people discovering your channel.
I got Eyes of a Hunter in my channel. He just said, plus think about it. Some people just don't feel like chatting or have nothing to say. All fair.
Yeah.
Not everyone is a chatter. That's all fine.
That's fine.
I have a bad habit of calling out lurkers, but not like randomly. Like when I see, like say, for example, Papa is in my stream and he's lurking. I have a bad habit of just saying, "Hey, Papa, I see you in there, man."
Yeah, but I'm fine with that.
Like new people or names that I've never seen in my chat, I won't do that. But like if I know the name, like I'm out there, I'm hunting you.
Yeah, that's fun.
I take Papa now for example, of course, but like that's just a bad habit of me. Like I go after the names I know. Like I call them out, see if they react.
Ducky, you had one more, right? Because I could do one more, and then I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Oh, sorry, you cut out a little bit. What did you say?
We lost you.
Discord. Like I was actually looking. My settings are fine. This is just Discord being an ass.
Yeah.
But I was saying you had more questions, right? Because I can do one more, and then I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. D-Boy asked if anyone's excited about PS5, the new PS5.
Of course, I
Yes.
buy every console that comes out like the day it comes out for no good reason.
I am excited for PS5, but I'm gonna wait like at least 3 months or 4 months before I buy it. I don't want the first version of it.
I'm excited for the PlayStation 5 as well. I'm not gonna buy it, but I am happy to see that the next generation consoles are coming. And driving technology in the field of gaming is always a good thing. So yeah, happy with it.
Yep.
Word, I'm excited about it because I really want a PS4, and when the PS5 comes out, then the PS4 is going to go down in price, and I can actually get a PS4 then.
Fair
My,
enough.
Ducky, mine will be for sale.
If you want a jet fighter in your living room, mine's for sale.
Eyes of the Hunter asked, have you ever considered using a to up viewers if you like 5? No.
Oh, sorry, you cut out.
You
there.
cut out for me,
That
yeah.
was the question.
Eyes of the Hunter asked, have you ever considered using a PC or such to up the viewers if you would like 5? No.
Like
I
extra
would never-
computer, like within the network. here.
Yeah, I guess the general concept is how do you feel about view botting, and it's
Right.
artificially inflating your numbers is pretty bad. What I'm referring to is going from 0 to 1. Just lurk yourself because you never
Yeah.
want 0. You just never will be
No.
there.
But view botting is giving in to the fact that your stream has issues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just work on your content.
Yeah,
People-
any
people
content
will
works
show up.
if it's the content works if you do it well.
Yeah.
And some things do it better than others. Yeah, that's the thing. But view botting isn't the answer.
No, definitely
Yeah.
not.
Plus, it can get you banned.
That too, yeah.
And I have so many things
exactly.
I had to worry about getting banned. Jesus. When the Xbox One came out, I but I just found out that play it, so it ended up being a stand for my computer monitor.
Oh. Tugpedia has a question for you, Papa.
Last one then. Yeah.
He says, I have a question for the top right square. Can I call you Daddy Lion?
Daddy Lion.
Can I call you Daddy Lion?
I have a lot of questions before I can say yes or no to that, which are not fit for this stream, nor. Now,
9 inches and a Switch.
it's
Is that the questions?
There we
go.
No, but to be fair, like when I changed my Twitch name to, because I used to be just Zillion, right? And then when I came back to start streaming in April, I thought I need like a brand, if you will, like something that fits me. And that's where the Papa thing came from. I was like, okay, so I like dad jokes. I am a father. My gaming quality is really dad level. I'm so Papa. And I 2 days into streaming afterwards, I was like, I made a mistake because everyone's going to call me daddy.
I have made a mistake. Don't, for the record, Papa, everyone's gonna call you Daddy anyway.
Right? So,
Constantly have.
so
If you're a
it-
male streamer that looks like your old dad.
that's the thing. So, as you know, wise words, embrace your errors. Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Happy mistakes, right?
So I own up to it, and so if someone wants to call me daddy, as long as you don't make it too weird, go right ahead.
I'm gonna make it weird. Can I make it weird?
I'll
Do
have to consult with my wife, but probably.
Something about.
Oh, I love it. Do you guys as a community have like a motto or a thing that you guys do together? Well, we do like this kind
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do this. Yeah, that's our community thing now.
Ooh, Eyes of a Hunter had an interesting question.
Yeah,
Do you
I like
think?
that question.
Yeah, do you think being a woman could?
Scotty Buddy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the family.
Didn't think it did. Honestly, until I guess, like right
Darkwolf, you as well. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the family.
Like 7 or 8 follows.
I've gotten
I got
4.
one new follow.
And we're streaming the same kind of content as well.
Okay.
So, I
Same
mean,
exact-
yeah, same exact content. Yeah. So
But I
don't
think
know.
this is probably this probably isn't a good barometer for that, because at the same time, like if we were going with the idea that being a female attracts more people to your stream, your face is still on my stream, right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
but I think the problem with it is this, that Twitch also makes it. Holy shit! I'm getting. Thank you. Hold on, just 1 second.
Everyone was like, "All right, let's go follow fucker."
Deadlocks, and thank you, Eyes of Hunter. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Era Crew. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Don't worry, I won't tell. I'll keep my mouth shut.
That thing I
Alright.
just exposed.
So, what I was saying is, it's also a thing like Twitch is almost pushing people in towards viewing female viewers, because when I open my on my laptop and I open Twitch, my recommended page is full of females with 1 or 2 males in it. So that's the thing what Twitch is doing, and I think that is why being female gives you more advantages on Twitch.
I think in that instance, it's not Twitch making a conscious decision
Thank
to
you very
just
much,
promote
Magnum, for that follow. I appreciate it.
to promote female viewer or
Welcome to
female
the-
streamers. I think it's just the fact that like female streamers will probably
Pac-Man, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the family.
or sub,
Yeah.
gift sub like to a female, and it's just a bunch of thirsty boys on this site.
Yeah.
They're so fucking thirsty. Which is fine. And that's just like, I'm a realist, okay? That's what it is. And like, I would never say like Ducky's content or Ducky's following is because she's a female.
Oh,
Because
no,
it's
no.
not. Ducky's fucking wonderful. And she's fun to hang around.
Ducky actually
That's-
makes
that's
content.
The reason why she
yeah.
does well. Yeah, she has good
Yes.
content. And
Ducky
at the
is
same
the
time,
amount-
like I
No,
think
go ahead.
there's going to come a time where like a lot of these thirsty boys kind of grow up and start realizing which ones are actual content and which ones aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Twitch isn't really doing anything wrong. I think they're a company. They're following money. You know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Of course.
And I would do the same thing. I like money. Money's good.
So
By the way,
natural.
Papa,
Yes.
you said that you needed to go to bed.
I do.
Is this a good time for you? Or...
It is.
I wanted to because it's gonna. I feel like it's a conversation that might not stop unless we stop it.
And I'm enjoying it and all that, but yeah, the baby boy does need a diaper, and I need to work again tomorrow. So
All right,
No
Papa. Hey,
problem.
this
guys,
was it was tremendous. We need to do this more often. I'm so enjoying this.
I
yeah.
completely
Same
agree.
here.
All right.
guys
Again,
get a
anyone in
chance,
the
go
chat,
follow-
if you haven't already, go follow.
Yeah, go follow me.
Yeah. Do a shout out. Prove us wrong. Prove me wrong. Go follow this Papa. Get a new stream, Dad, guys.
Yes, I'll be your papa. Huh? All right, everybody. I'll see you around.
Daddy Lion.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Papa. Good night.
All right, that was fun. All right, so hang on, let me turn the music up back again for a second. Yeah, as I said, we should do this more often. I so enjoy this. Having a talk with the people that I care about and the people that I connect with on Twitch. I hope you guys like this as well. If you have any comments or suggestions, or if you say like you should never do this again, do jump into the Discord that I have. You can find the link below, or it's probably linked a couple of times by the chatbot as well. Join me in my Discord and let me know. And any other comments or ideas or whatever are more than welcome. So let me know. That being said, let us quickly do a raid on one of the people that we were just chatting with. You guys can pick. Shall we raid Greek, Error, or Ducky? We'll raid one of the three. And then I'm quickly going to go and change my baby boy's diaper and get some sleep. Because it's about time. I'll pick the first name that pops up in chat. So we can raid Greek, we can raid Error, or we can raid Ducky. Greek was next to me, Error was like in the corner, and Ducky was above me. Any of those names. And if you guys can't pick, then I'll pick one. Someone's going to do it, huh? No names, huh? Okay, then I will throw my raid at... Let's see how big they are. That sounded really bad, but... let's quickly see who has the most viewers at the moment. They're actually pretty close to each other. Dang it. Then we'll hop over to Ducky. I will see you guys tomorrow. Probably with some Dead by Daylight. Might be with some Atlas, but I'll let you know. Have a really good night, guys. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. Bye-bye now.
I want to make that tree. I want your channel to be there.
Aw, thank you.
So you
That
better
means a lot.
never stop streaming.
Never. You're not allowed to stop streaming, Ducky. Get back on the computer.
Oh, loud. By the way, Papa, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome all Papa Raiders.
Hey, Papa Raiders.
Papa Raiders, welcome.
But to kind of close up the point, like, I don't get mad about it. I just don't. Like, if the way that Twitch promotes their thing is 100% a business move, and I understand it. Every time that you spend time thinking of get mad about it. I just don't. Like, if the way that Twitch promotes their thing is 100% a business move, and I understand it. Every time that you spend time thinking